Oh, hello? Hello? No, no. Are we not live? Wait, what the hell? Oh, yeah. Wait, we are live, are we not? Why can't I see anything? Hold on. Let me figure this out, chat. Uh, Let me figure this out. Give me a few minutes. Give me a little bit. Okay. Okay, it's... Oh, okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. What is good, my doomers? What is good? How are we all doing today? Ready to be disappointed yet again? Select stream. Yeah. I don't know why it's not popping up with the chat here on my OBS, but maybe I can fix that. Hold on. Sorry, bear with me. Chat. Oh, there we go. We now have chat on screen. Can I zoom it in? Yeah, there you go. All right, we are good. We are good. How we all doing? Audio's good. Mic is good. Everything looks good? Yo, shout out Penguin King, Anahuac. Oh, Jackaboy. Live from the kitchen. Yes, we are. See, only... Why are you in a kitchen? Bro, because rent's mad expensive, okay? And I don't have enough space in this tiny-ass apartment to be anywhere else. I got a big-ass desk with a big-ass PC. This is the first time? No, we've gone live before. We went live for the last earnings call, where we got news that marketing would start in... Oh, what was it? Well, he said summer, right? So summer is when they said that we'd be getting marketing. Oh, no way. Hey, thank you for the gift sub, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that. This could be you indeed. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate you a lot, man. Do the dishes. You're joking about that, but I moved in 7 months ago and I still don't have a dishwasher. So yeah, I do have to do the dishes. Yo, Jetro, everybody, let's make a prayer that good news for GTA 6 happens. Okay, look, I have a prediction already, right? Oh, by the way, guys, the earnings call doesn't start until 4:30 p.m. I might throw it up on screen in a second. But I have a prediction, right? So before the whole Best Buy thing happened, right? I had already predicted, I think I said it in my last video too, that I didn't think marketing would start until... Yo, thank you for another gift membership, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. This could be you indeed. Yo. Say thank you to him if you got that gift sub. Yeah, I don't think marketing is going to start until June. I've held true to that for quite a while now. Um, Now, what last earnings call when he said it starts in summer, I took summer for like I took him at his word. Hello from Romania. Hello to you too. Are you a Lando fan? I don't mind Lando. He's all right. He can be a little bit of a weirdo sometimes, but I'm actually a George Russell fan. In case you didn't know. Yeah, Slippery J1. Appreciate it. Good on you. Good on you. Yeah, thank you again for those gift subs, man. Thank you very much. But yeah, like I was trying to say, I don't think we will see trailer 3 until mid-June. I have held true to that for quite a while now. Solely because that's what he told us. And as well, if a trailer releases on June, let's say June 15th, right? Like that's, or June 21st is the first day of summer, right? So let's say that's when we expect to see trailer 3. That's still in line with their 5-month marketing period that they always do, right? So, yeah. No, a good Oscar is way better, but I respect Russell. Yeah, I've just always like, it wasn't even one of those things I chose. It was just like I just really enjoyed watching George Russell race, and like, yeah, he gets a little bit of shit, and yeah, he is a little bit of like a how do I? He's like the FIA's golden child, but I think he's a good racer. I think he wins this year. I'm putting that prediction out there too. Honestly, I kind of see trailer 3 in June now, but I'll take your word on it. June sounds right. I don't know anything. Don't take that as like gospel or anything, right? But I think when Strauss Zelnick says it starts in summer, and actual summer doesn't start until like, I think it's June 21st. Someone would have to fact check that. But yeah, I just took him at his word for that. So like, I even have this, hold up, I'll try and pull it up. Like I had this in my video earlier, but I'll show it up on screen really quickly. Let me get the chat off there as well. Whoa. Hold up. It's bugging out. It's bugging out. Stay with me, chat. Yeah, I had this where it's like, oh, now you can see the chat. Oh, shit. But yeah, it's like, I said this before the Game Informer news came out, right? No, I'm not live on Twitch. No. All my I've only built a substantial audience on YouTube, and so I really like prioritizing them. And Twitch doesn't really have great discoverability, so yeah, no, I'm just sticking on YouTube for now. But yeah, like you could see, this is before the Game Informer news came out. Or no, this is like way before the Game Informer news came out. And I was like, I feel like we won't see it in May. And on the earnings call, the quote will shift to marketing very soon. The trailer will release mid-June, and then they will have their historical, I said 6 month, I meant 5, but marketing start then. How long until investor call? It's 2:41 p.m. where I am right now. So, and it starts at 4:30, so 2 hours. Yo, Dragono, what's good, my guy? What is good? Hold up. I thought I was gonna add this guy as a mod. Dragono's been a huge help in videos before, guys. Show him some love if you've enjoyed the videos. I saw another message earlier of someone saying that, and that was a really nice thing to say. Oh, I completely bricked this. Hold on. How do I make the chat pop out? Okay, there we go. Play GTA 4. I've played GTA 4. It's good, obviously. I don't think there's any really bad Rockstar games out there. Oh, I don't know how to put a timer up, but I will put text on the screen. You're right. Earnings call at 4:30 p.m. EST. Well, what the? Yo, this thing is bugging. Earnings call at 4:30 p.m. EST. There you go. Now we know. I got off shift not too long ago. No news is good news as far as I care regarding GTA 6. Yeah, I mean, I was watching TGG's video earlier today, and the one about quitting Hopium streams. And, you know, as much as he was like down on himself for potentially like giving fake information, if that's what you want to call it, like, you know, one thing I want to quickly bring up is like, if there's, even though it didn't come from Rockstar, and that is on us for sure, if there was any news that we were going to believe, it would have been from a billion-dollar company like Best Buy. Like, I don't think any logical person would be against that, right? That mindset. But yeah, but it just kind of sucked that that's how it ended up working out, that it obviously didn't come how we thought it was. Pre-orders didn't launch. But honestly, like, I was watching his streams most mornings, and it was a good time for, like, you know, he was having 1,000 or like over 10,000, 20,000 viewers, and like having all those people all hyped up for the same thing is like kind of something special that I think he should also take into account, you know? Like, those streams were a lot of fun. It's hard to entirely blame the fans for the Best Buy leak. I'm surprised that what they did was allowed by any metric. Yeah, I would love to find out why that leak didn't end up happening, or what it was, you know, what was wrong with it. Like, how that email came out and it from a company like Best Buy and it was wrong is like honestly insane. Like, I don't like, and we even had Tom Henderson, which, if none of you know, Tom Henderson is probably the most reputable insider when it comes to GTA 6. Like, he gave us our first leak in 2023 or 2021, sorry. 2 years before the game was even announced, right? What's in the cup? It's coffee, man. It's coffee. Central Perk. Yes, sir. Mm. Did I miss something? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, so Rockstar or Best Buy should have said something, but they decided to do the silent treatment. Yeah, I mean, realistically, what's new, right? Like, bro, what's new? Like, Rockstar is always going to be silent. Like, because if you think about it, bro, we are doing marketing for them. Even not even just creators. Like, if you look at the Reddit, like the GTA 6 Reddit, like, dude, it is just flooded with posts every day for no news for a year. Like, it's just doing its own work. Nice kitchen, thank you. Ranking kitchen appliances, yeah. No, we're not doing any of that. I knew you were in New York. I share a time zone with New York, but no, I'm not in New York. I live in Toronto. What's your favorite game right now? Oh my God. Like, I know that I'm a GTA creator, but you guys do not understand how good I am at Rocket League. I have like 5,000 hours in Rocket League. That is by far my favorite game right now. Like GC2 right now. I was looking at it. People are wild on there. I assume you're talking about the subreddit. Yeah, it's kind of insane how like all of them are just doing the marketing for us. So why is your setup in the kitchen, yo? I feel like I'm gonna get asked this a lot. It was the same in the last earnings call, but my camera used to be up here on top of my camera used to be up here on top of my computer, right? And it was a goated spot. I had a sick background, had my TV and like all my F1 cars and shit like that. The problem is that it's really sunny out right now. And I was talking to Cyberboy afterwards, and he's like, yo, if you have that much light in the background, like you're gonna get screwed. Like and watching the VOD back, you can see that it just like constantly goes in and out of focus and the lighting keeps changing. So that's why, like, even in the last stream, I was always in this spot. I always was in my kitchen, but I just had it so you couldn't really see it. But also, if you watch the TGG, what's it called? If you watch the TGG Jeopardy video that we did, this is the angle that I was using. So I actually thought it was probably the right setting to go to, or the right setup to go to. What is marketing for you, Jetro? Is it posters on bus, wall arts, or trailers? I mean, obviously trailers, screenshots, those should be a given. Someone, I don't know if it was on my community post or something, but they were talking about how there's like, oh no, I think it was in like a Discord that I'm in. I think they were talking about the fact that like there's no one, like they're probably not going to make like TV commercials, and that kind of sucks if I'm being honest. But they might do like sports event ads, like stuff like that. So I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world. Wait, where's my chat? Give me my chat. Have you played Paradise yet? Yeah. I thought about making like a complete roundup video for the Paradise thing, because they basically disappeared from the entire earth. And I got a few emails from people that like might have had some extra insider information into the team that makes it, but I figured I made enough videos on it, honestly. I hope you're not a Fennec main. Yo, I am using the Fennec right now, I can't lie. I could just boot up and just like play some free play. That could pass the time really quickly. But no, I came on early specifically to talk to chat, so. You should stream more often. Most chill stream ever. Thank you. Hey, if there's anything that you guys like feel I should add to the stream, like feel free to let me know. Like I don't do this often. I used to stream a lot back in 2021, but yeah, it just I don't stream that often, so I don't really know what I need, and the only streamers I really watch is like XQC and all the GTA guys. So if you guys see something you want me to throw on for the stream, like music or anything like that, just feel free. At a laundry machine, bro, my laundry machine is right beside me. Like, Rocket League jokes aside, love your content, man. Hey, thank you. Yeah, guys, the channel has been going crazy. I guess I want to take a quick minute to just say like, thank you for like everything. Like, even though we're in this dusted ass setup in the kitchen, like all this is only possible because you guys love the videos. So big thank you to all of you guys. Yeah, I don't want to get too mushy. I feel like that happens when I start streaming, but had some kitchen noises in the background. I'm just gonna put a like an echo effect of like Gordon Ramsay yelling at me. Actually, that's another thing. Bro, one of the reasons I wanted to go live this week is because I was so sure, like I was so sure that there was going to be GTA 6 news this week that I was like, what's the point of putting together a GTA 5 video if I'm going to get news like by the 21st? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And so I was just like, okay, I'll just wait for the news to come out. I'll start messaging people about maybe getting some help for it, and then I'll make those when the trailer comes out. And we didn't get jack shit. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, so whack. Yo, shout out. The Discord is pretty dead right now, I'm not gonna lie, but who knows? More of you join and then you go. I haven't watched The Boys yet. No spoilers, because I caught up, and then when the new season came out, I just haven't started watching it. Do you think most of the NPCs and world is being calculated server side in GTA 6? As I can't imagine Xbox Series S being able to handle what is shown in the trailers. That's a thing. We were actually talking about this the other day. Like, as good as they look, and they do, the trailers are going to be beefed up to look really nice. Like, that's undeniable. Like, I think it'll not be as big of a difference as we saw with like GTA 5 or anything. No way. But like, yeah, I don't think there's going to be like, you're going to walk down like the Miami Beach or whatever it's called, and there's going to be like literally hundreds of thousands of people, or like 30,000 people. Like, I don't see that happening. What's the best way to contact you? Just send me a message, or just send me an email with the email linked on my page. At least you're able to make a GTA 6 vid regarding the delay we get in and out. Yo, this guy's a hate. Yo, Dragano is hate watching, bro. When is the earnings call? It should be on screen right now, is it not? Did I fuck that up too? No, it is, yeah. 4 p.m. EST. So it's in like an hour and a half. Just want to say thank you for the videos. You may keep up the great work. Much love, dude. Hey, Zaxi, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. That is very nice of you to say. Yeah, I put a lot of effort in all my videos, so I'm glad that you guys like them as much as you do. You don't know the effort it took me to put together that how expensive is everything in GTA Online video. That video was a grind. So I am really happy that you guys did enjoy it. For me, it's in 3:30 p.m. So yeah, an hour behind. I can pull the page up. I think I have it open. Yeah, I have it open. Hold on. Oh, hit that off screen. Yeah, see. 4:30 p.m. EST. Guys, we're not doing cooking videos. Okay, if you guys knew how small this apartment actually was, you would understand why I am in the kitchen right now. It's just on the info tab of on my channel, right under my name. One of the best creators, GTA creators for sure. There's a lot of good ones, but I really do appreciate you you saying that. DaVinci Resolve user? Yeah, I was a Vegas guy for like so long. And then I couldn't deal with the amount of crashes that program has. And so there was just no way. Any update on those content stealers? Did they stop uploading your videos? Yeah, I think they got the point. Yeah, I think they got the point. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I haven't. I've checked the channel here and there. And yeah, seems like he's at least staying away from my content, which is a good thing. Jetro Udefa, top 5, possibly a top 10, possibly even a top 5. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, I will say that's kind of the one thing that I was really surprised of when I started making videos is like there wasn't really. Yo, Buck is goated. You're right. Shout out Buck. I don't think he's in chat right now, but shout out Buck. That is the homie. I'm actually supposed to meet up with him in like a month, like IRL. So that'll be a lot of fun. He's coming to my city. So, but yeah, I was really surprised that no one was making like kind of like documentary style content on the game. Yo, oh man, I hope I don't butcher. Is it Moi? Moi03? Yo, thank you very much, man. 5 gift subs, thank you, bro. Thank you. If you got a gift sub, say thank you. Thank you, bro. That means a lot, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your favorite game besides GTA? Of all time? Okay, there's 2 different answers. There's of all time, and then there's just which one I love playing right now. And of all time, it's probably the original Modern Warfare 2. I can't lie. The original Modern Warfare 2 is the game that like really got me into gaming, and I still play it. And Muax is fine. Okay. I'm doing good, brother. Hey, thank you again. Sorry, Muax, thank you again. I truly appreciate that a lot. And right now, I said it earlier, it's Rocket League. Those are my 2 favorite games, probably of all time. Besides GTA 5. GTA 5, I would probably put above Rocket League, even though I have way more hours in Rocket League. But just GTA 5 did different things to my brain. And Modern Warfare 2, my man, yo, if you played Modern Warfare 2 back in the time, you know just how fire that game was. That was one of the best times to be a gamer. For real. How many viewers? We got 152 viewers right now. No way. For how little I stream, that number always drives that number is crazy to me because like I stream like once every 3 months and 150 of you. Wow. That is Rocket League is based. Good pick. Yes. Just recently found your channel. Great videos. Hey, 8 Waves. Thank you very much. That means a lot, man. Thank you very much. Biggest disappointment was that when they only released the campaign remastered and not the multiplayer. Facts. That was probably the biggest sell in Call of Duty history, and the brand has only gone downhill since then. What does a typical earnings call look like? Okay, so basically they're going to start the call and they're going to yap your fucking ear off for probably half an hour. And then they'll get into the questions about, they'll get into the investor questions, right? Where like firms can make questions. And one of those fuckers has to be paid by the GTA community or something because he always asks about GTA 6 and their marketing. And so we just wait for that homie to come up. I think it was Brian last time. I think Brian was the one that I think Brian was the one that like came in and he's like, yo, where the fuck is the marketing? He's like, yo, don't worry, summer. COD opinion from someone, COD opinion from someone who doesn't play COD. Hold on. I'm sorry? You said what now? You said what now? Hold on. COD opinion from someone who doesn't play COD. No. I'll never take that slander. That was a slanderous statement to make. Can confirm I pay them? Yes. Yeah, someone in the GTA community has to pay one of these guys. It's not me. My position in Take-Two is too low. They don't even know I exist. Yo, those were 360 games, by the way, okay? Bro bought receipt. Bro, I brought the receipt. Like, bro, how many? Yeah, I had 3 Modern Warfare 3 copies. I even have like GTA 5 on the Xbox 360. How far? It's like a grail now. Never see that. Do you own any stock? Yeah, I actually was very smart about it, and I bought Take-Two stock right after the delay. And I'm very happy I did. That's why they better listen to what I have to say. I'm an investor. Bro had those COD games on deck. Yes, sir. Where do we watch the earnings? It'll be happening in an hour and a half, and I'll play it on stream. I had all those games except GTA 5 and PS3. Yeah. The OG Modern Warfare games are great. Beat all 3 games. Yeah. All the old Call of Duty, undeniably, right? Other than probably GTA, who really hasn't missed, right? Some people might be able to throw like GTA Advanced in there, like if you're really trying to nitpick. But other than GTA, from COD 4 till probably like Black Ops 3, I would say, was probably the most generational game run of all time, right? It's kind of hard to say that. It's kind of hard to say differently. You a Battlefield player? Always enjoyed those more than COD. I played Battlefield. It just wasn't for me. I just liked the gameplay loop of COD a lot more than Battlefield, but they were definitely fun to play. Howdy, Ampo or Mapo. Yo, I grinded the shit out of Black Ops 4 too. I'm not even gonna lie. I played a lot of Black Ops 4. Apart from 6, any games you're excited for that's coming out? Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Nah, not really. Not really. Like, cause the thing about me, right, is I am like, apart from GTA, which is like probably my favorite franchise up there with Call of Duty of all time, a lot of the other games that I play are like strictly comp games, right? Like I'm like a pretty big like competitive gamer. So like when I'm not waiting for like a really good single player game to come out, I just play a lot of competitive games. That's why I love Rocket League so much. Yeah, the newer CODs are just like absolute dog, bro. Absolute dog. What do you think about Hopium streams? I said this earlier, like TGG made a video kind of like apologizing for his Hopium streams, but honestly, like I don't think anyone really should be getting on his case about the fact that Best Buy was wrong. Like a $1 billion company was wrong. If there's anyone that you should believe, it's probably a $1 billion company, let alone the fact that it was reiterated by Tom Henderson, who's one of the most reputable insiders for our community. So, yeah, I just, honestly, the streams were a lot of fun. I think the countdowns to the tweets and having that many people in there all hyped, posting memes and shit, they were a lot of fun. So I think he should give himself some more credit for those streams, because I do think that they were At least something that people will talk about for a while. Man, I hate knowing I'm in the minority and thinking the newer games are actually decent. I think you're referring to COD instead of games in general, right? Yeah. If you're talking about CODs, yeah, you're definitely in a minority. I mean, that the player numbers speak for that themselves. You call Rocket League a competitive game? Yo, L rage bait, bro. That's just like the worst rage bait I've ever seen. Yeah, it's not TGG's fault. Best Buy was wrong. Yeah, like, I mean, again, no one thinks that. How is $1 billion company fuck that up? Like, and there's no way that over these last 6 months or whatever, or like years since they've had trailer 2, that they haven't had no communication with Rockstar. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now the earnings call is at 4:30, so it'll be in a little over an hour. Yeah, and not addressing it, like that's crazy work. Like, does he? How does a company fuck up that bad? Get everyone hyped, thousands of articles made, thousands of videos made, and then they're just like, "Oh well, we're wrong, but we're not gonna say why." Oops, sorry. Like, especially because they sent that to affiliates. Like, they sent that email to affiliates who were probably expecting to make some money on that. So it's just my theory would be that they released it early and then Rockstar told them to be quiet about it. That's my theory. Especially because it was like independently verified that it was a real email. Like, yeah, I just don't I don't see a way that it wasn't Worst Buy couldn't even apologize. Yeah, I mean, it's just they couldn't, right? Because I assume Rockstar probably hit them up and were like, "Yo, you fucked up. Don't talk about it." Like, that's all it could do. Fat. Okay, that's a Ricky G Gaming TX. There is no one that gets more praise as a GTA YouTuber than GTA series videos, so it means something when even they posted about it. Like like that's the one thing that people love about those guys is they don't ever speculate about anything. They just wait for anything, stay silent, make videos in the process, and then as soon as something happens, they go for it. And if they got bamboozled by it, there was more than enough reason for us to believe something would happen. That's why I said earlier, even I didn't start working on a video because I knew or I had a really good hope and I was really thinking that we were going to get GTA 6 news. So I was like, why am I going to start a GTA 5 video if we have GTA 6 news coming in like 3 days? It doesn't make any sense, right? So I just was like, okay, I might go live a few times. I'll definitely go live for the earnings call, and then hopefully by then I'll be working on videos and whatnot. And we just got nothing. It's actually crazy. Yeah. Well, I did feel bad for them. I did feel bad for. I feel bad for all of us GTA creators because, like, it really gave power to the people who like constantly say like, if it's not from Rockstar, don't believe it. But then like you know, everyone looks at like leak footage that wasn't from Rockstar. So it's like, you know what I mean? So to not believe a $1 billion company was definitely like a hard blow for us. When it was Monday, I realized it wasn't going to happen because Rockstar doesn't need to rely on Best Buy for pre-orders, so they just delayed it. No point in speculating anymore, just wait for Trailer 3. Yeah, I said earlier, I don't think Trailer 3 comes till mid-June. And my prediction for this earnings call is that we won't get the quote is going to shift from marketing starts in summer to marketing starts very soon, and then Reddit and Twitter will run with that for 3 weeks until summer is around. I showed this earlier. I can show it again. Hold on. I really got to get a new monitor. I'll show this again because this is kind of what I was saying. Right. I feel like we won't see it in May. Referring to Trailer 3, by the way. I feel like we won't see it in May. And on the earnings call, the quote will shift to marketing very soon. The trailer will release mid-June and then have their historical, I said 6 month, but I meant 5 month marketing starts then. That seems like the most logical thing that's going to happen right now, if I'm being completely honest. No, I'm not like actually making a prediction. That was in response to a bunch of other people when they were talking about the Game Informer release. Right? So that wasn't me like actually, well, I guess I am making a prediction, but it was basically me saying that we weren't going to get anything with Game Informer, and then like a day after that is when we got the Best Buy news or something. I want to just stop following GTA 6 news because I keep getting let down, but I'm too invested now. I mean, that's why, I mean, you see if you look at like my channel, like I stopped uploading GTA 5 related or GTA 6 related stuff for like 3 months. Like, I mean, given it was only like 7 videos or something, but yeah, it just like it didn't seem worth it to keep trying to make videos on a game that has no info. Like, I don't know how people make a GTA 6 video every other day. It doesn't make any sense to me. People think it's going to be delayed until early 2027. I think that's a load of BS though. Sure, it's possible, but I don't see anything being delayed. Yeah, I genuinely, I don't see any way. Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, but they're always confident in their date." I don't see any way the game gets delayed. Not one. Like you got to think about the fact that the last time the game got delayed, they wiped like what was it, like $600 million from their books. And it only just came back now, a year later. Anything is possible. Yeah, you're right. But I don't see it being a thing. They've already delayed 3 times, one internally, twice publicly. And he says that they were already, in Strauss Zelnick's last interview, he already said that the game was 18 months behind schedule. I'm calling BS as well because people don't have as much money and it might not sell well during the winter months. Yo, this might be a hot take, but people will go into debt for GTA 6. Like, they could price that game at $120 and people would still buy it. Like, that's just how much hype there is around the game right now. Anyone who's already thought that they're going to buy it, they could release it at whatever price point they want and it would come out. And they would buy it. Like, that's just a fact. Like, that's why I really hope they keep it at like $80. During GTA, no one was interested in GTA or in earnings calls during GTA 5's build up. Hope we're doing marketing for them. I'd actually have to double check that. I don't know. Because from people that I wasn't around back then, I wasn't a part of the hype for GTA 5, but it was just about as crazy. Obviously, there's way more people now because GTA 5 brought in a whole new like they brought in like obviously what they've sold 195 million copies or something like that. Like, a lot more people play GTA now than before GTA 5 came out, but it's just as crazy, like, energy wise, I think. Because I remember in middle school, my friend coming up to me saying that the first GTA 5 trailer had dropped. And I wasn't like super familiar with GTA at the time. And so I watched it and I was like, holy shit, this is actually like crazy. Like, when did the last one come out? And he's like, 5 years ago. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, about 60 to 70 pounds in the UK, I reckon. Yeah, whatever a AAA game is now. In Canada, it's like $90. So that's usually why I say closer to 100, because all of our AAA games are $89.99. Yeah, just below Minecraft. And I think Tetris. I think Tetris is like technically one of the highest selling games of all time. If I'm correct. Like, is there a valid reason people want the game to be $100? I don't think anyone wants the game to be $100, but I think a lot of people, I think if there was one game in the world that could justify pricing themselves that high, it would be GTA, right? And I don't think many people would disagree with that. But no, obviously, I don't want the game to be $100. I want the game to be fucking 40 if it could. like like it says on the Google result, yo, give me that shit for 16 cents. Like, like, I'll pre-order it right now for 16 cents. Tetris is only counted that way because they count numbers from where the game was sold alongside the Game Boys as a bundle type thing. Same with Wii Sports. True. Okay, yeah. So if you're just talking like solo, then yeah, it's Minecraft and GTA 5. People are more savvy now. Earnings calls are easier to take part in now. 20 to 30 years ago, the only people who cared about earnings calls were investors. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I need to make sure my Take-Two stock keeps going up. Is it true Trailer 2 is unpinned on YouTube? I doubt it. I don't think so. I think I saw that comment a lot in like GTA 5's thing. Well, wait, is it even pinned? Was it ever pinned? Can you pin videos? Because they have a section for it, but they don't actually have like... They have a section for it, but they don't actually have like... Yeah. You don't actually have any pinned. I don't think you can pin anything on YouTube. My coffee's cold. I'm gonna need a new one. Should probably drink some water too. That's one of the main trolls in TGG's chat? Okay, good to know. You can make a trailer for your channel if that's what they meant for pinning something. No, that's why. I think usually when people talk about the trailer being pinned, they're usually talking about the Instagram. Because the Instagram you can pin posts for sure. I'm not trolling. I saw it on X and I want to check. Feel free, brother. Feel free, brother. You can make certain vids show up in the first homepage of a channel, which is what they did with trailer 2 and initially trailer 1. Yeah, obviously like even I know that on YouTube you can set a certain video to always show up for on the homepage, whether it's a new viewer or one that's already subscribed. But like I don't think they like the trailers wouldn't be age restricted on YouTube. I don't think so. Because we use the trailer all the time and it doesn't get age restricted. Possibility of a third city. I mean, I made a video a long time ago, like months and months now, about Liberty City being at least accessible in some parts or in some way, kind of like Tahiti or whatever the fucking island was called. No, not Tahiti. Whatever the island was called in RDR2, I forget right now. Kind of like that, but I'm kind of against that right now. The mappers debating on Atlanta. I have not heard that. I might have to ask Sako about that then. Are you even expecting something? Undoubtedly, we will hear about Guarma. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Undoubtedly, we will hear about GTA 6 today. That is an undeniable fact. We will hear about GTA 6 today. Whether it's information we already knew or not is a completely different story. So that's why, undoubtedly, we will hear Strauss Zelnick mention GTA 6. One of the investors will probably talk about marketing, and he will and Strauss will answer about it. Will it be new information? I'm not entirely convinced. That's exactly why the stream is called GTA Doomers Unite, because that is what we are all uniting to do. We are just going to be dooming about no info for the next, feels like ever at this point. Yeah. Sako thinks there is a third city in the northern part of the map inside Leonida. I'd have to ask him about that. I haven't seen much of anything on that. I thought that we would see Liberty City solely for the fact that it's mentioned a lot, even in the trailers, and Lucia is from there. Oh. This fucking guy. This fucking Omni Kenny Law. This guy, bro. This guy. Trailer 2 is still... Yeah, I think I saw that yesterday, too. Yeah. Because you always have to scroll by it. You always have to scroll by it to get to the newest tweet. This fucking tweet, man. Dominate the thriving Los Santos racing scene during week 2 of the GTA Online Motor Madness event. Bro. Maybe I'm the only one, but not a single soul on Earth cares. Who cares? Who cares? Am I wrong? Who cares? It's been 13 years of info that we've had about GTA 5. And we just, like, it's like they forgot about this game, man. Can you see my comments? Yeah, I can see that. I still think Liberty City will just be for a flashback with Lucia. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Like it even could be like kind of like the prologue of something or whatnot. Nice kitchen, thank you. Had to close the stream. My phone didn't want to cooperate with X. You're all good, brother. All good. Yeah, the earnings call starts in 1 hour, lads. 1 hour. T-minus 1 hour. T-minus 1 hour, and then we can all be so depressed. They usually drop news. Delay is about 6 before 30 minutes from the earnings calls. That's just not true. That's just not true. I think the last one was done in like November. Right? Wasn't it like November like 18th or something that they delayed and their earnings call was in September? Or early October? A question I have for all of you guys is anyone actually excited for this last GTA Online update? I need honest opinions here because I would be lying if I said I was super hyped. I think we're past that. Hi from MCT chat. Yo, everyone, shout out to McTannen, bro. That guy's an absolute legend. That guy's an absolute legend. Oh, sorry. Shout out McTannen. Shout out TGG. Shout out all those guys. Let's see. Yes, mix, no, fuck no, no, yup, kinda not gonna lie. Mix, I don't know. No, not at all. Okay. There genuinely is a good mix of yes, no's, and maybes. So, like, yes, and a bit of mix. No, nobody cares. Yes. If the big three is in it, then yes. I mean, that would be really cool. Yeah, if they bring back the whole gang, that would be really sick. I can't lie. Sent a topic for video suggestions in Discord chat. Yo, BS Rez. I hope I said that right. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yo, Vice, how you doing, brother? Glad to see you too. Yo, BS Rez, I will make sure to look at that and respond to you after the stream, brother. Thank you. I always love getting suggestion ideas. Yeah, because here's the thing, right? It's like, so back in the day when I played a lot of GTA Online, yo, Buck! We got Buck in here too. Yo, what's good, brother? What's good? I hope you're blessed, bro. I hope you're blessed. It's good to see you guys. So here's what I was going to say, right? When the Mansions DLC, like back in the day, everyone hyped up the Mansions DLC, like back in like 2013, 2014, 2015. Everyone wanted Mansions, right? We got a bunch of like really cool apartments, and we got the casino thing and yada yada. We got a bunch of really cool updates, but everyone wanted Mansions. And then in 2025, they're like, all right, yo, finally, we got you. Here's your Mansions. And they gave us 3. And they're virtually the exact same at a price point so astronomically high that most people couldn't even get it on day one. I just immediately lost all my hype. And so I kind of feel like this update might be like Rockstar's last opportunity to just milk us for everything they have while we get hyped for GTA 5 or GTA 6. So I'm not entirely convinced that I'm super hyped for this update. I'm not going to lie. That's just my opinion, though. I know that a lot of people won't share that. I think that like there's a lot of people out here with like that have like hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, I literally just did a video on explaining how much you need to own everything, which again, shout out Buck for the help in that video. We definitely missed some things, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty close. It's a pretty accurate number. GTA 5 is in the past now. See, I wouldn't go that far because it's actually still on PC. It can still be graphically better than a lot of games out right now. Like not like really good AAA games, obviously, but like yeah. Not me actively making a video about vehicles I would like to see in the DLC. I will say, if there's anything I'm most excited for, it would be vehicles. But that's how I've always been in GTA games. I love the auto part of Grand Theft Auto the most, and of course the story. Those are like I still just hop on GTA Online like a couple times a week and just drive around. If not telling Rockstar I want a $10 million military plane. Brother, like another $10 million thing? No. Also, are we entirely convinced that this will be the last GTA Online update? I've heard rumors that they're planning to keep it alive past GTA 6's release, so. Because you got to think about the fact that PC won't have GTA Online or won't even have GTA 6 till probably mid 2027. So, who knows? Maybe it's not even the last update. But Rockstar want us to continue to play GTA Online and shut up. To an extent, yeah, probably. But like everyone would agree that GTA Online in its current state is not enough to get us past this no news, whatever. Oppressor Mark III update. Yo, if they release that, I'd have to walk into the Rockstar headquarters myself, find that man and beat him over the head. Yo, that thing ruined the game for me. I'm not gonna lie. Delay after delay, like that's very concerning. I don't think GTA 6 is gonna get delayed again. I really don't. I bet the GTA Online update is just gonna be another copy and paste mess, same interiors and everything. Yo, it's kind of unreal how much they have gotten away with just basically rinse and recycling assets from single player this entire time. It's kind of insane how long they've kept that game alive. I'm not going to lie. You almost got to hand it to them at this point. K-Tora update. I want to ramp K-Tora, rocket K-Tora, Kaiju, K-Tora Mark II. Am I missing something? What's a K-Tora? Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Sure, brother. Sure, brother. Fire. Shit's fire. Orbital Cannon Mark II? Whoever said that, yo, that's one of my mods. I was going to say immediately ban that guy. Oppressor Mark III and Orbital Cannon Mark II? Bro, never let this guy near the headquarters ever again. Yo, Yelix. Yelix Omandi. Hopefully it don't delay. Don't get delayed. Yeah, I don't think it will. I will say, I have no basis for saying this, so I should definitely preface that, but I think they are through with delays. I mean, they've said that they're already 19 or 18 months behind their schedule. So I really don't think there's any way that it gets delayed again. I just don't see it happening. And to be honest, is this fucked up to say? Maybe. But God, I would love to buy more stock after a delay. Holy shit. I would love to buy more stock after a delay. I'm gonna DM you some pictures I made. Yo, say less. Say less. Send those to me. Grand Theft K-Tora 6. Baggio Mark II would be too deadly. Yo, I actually love that vehicle, bro. I actually love that video. Or that vehicle, bro. I had to buy one to get a bunch of thumbnails for the Just get out of here with all that talk. Yeah, sorry, bro. I had to say it. If you're bringing up Mark threes and orbital cannon Mark twos, like, brother, what are we doing? Jetra, I like that hoodie. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I am a Mercedes. I should say. Hold on. I should say that I am mainly. No, that's not. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. I should say that although I am wearing a McLaren hoodie, I am definitely just a Mercedes guy. Right? Does it see those? I am definitely a Mercedes guy still. But I just love the sport, to be honest with you. I just really love F1 as a sport. I think it's the best sport in the world. Objectively, it's the greatest sport in the world. Now I'm gonna watch all the comments of people who got rage baited come in. Thought it was a Quebble Cop hoodie for a second. No. Yo, I used to be the biggest fan of Quebble Cop when GTA 5 released. And on my old Twitter account, I used to have like a bunch of I used to tweet him a lot and he would respond. So that was a pretty big moment for me when I was like 13. Tennis, curling. Oh, I'm an Ulkenberg guy myself. Rockstar Games Discord account got online, which only means announcements. That has to be a lie, right? They are online. That is true. They are online. I will not lie. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. Curling over F1, much more exciting. Yo, Buck, this rage baiting has got to stop, man. I had so much respect for you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Huge fan from Saudi Arabia. Just watched your video, and honestly, that was shocking. Makes me wonder how much more is happening behind the scenes. Yeah, it sucks. I think the creators got the message though, and a few of them have already been taken down, so it's whatever. I needed to at least make the video to make it known. That's all. But I appreciate you reaching out, man. Thank you. Whoever said that, they are right, but I'm also not tapped in with how much. I'm also not tapped in with how often Rockstar Games Discord account goes online. Is it actually like they only pop in to make announcements? Is that like a real thing? It would be, I will say, it would be the most insane thing ever if the trailer just released right now. Like, one of the things that I think would be super cool is if I was live when the trailer released. That's what I've been trying to find a way to have that happen. And I think if Rockstar did that, like gave us an announcement so we could do that, that would be one of the coolest things ever. But I don't think they care about us enough to do that. I don't even think Rockstar Games knows half of us exist. So they definitely would not care. Yeah, earnings call in about 48 minutes or something like that. Yeah. I'm waiting for the hey at everyone on Discord. Yo, if they delayed I would actually have to walk into the office myself and have a chat with Sam. I'd have a few choice words for him. I bet on my soul nothing happens today. The thing is that all you have to do is lower your expectations. Because the reality is, undoubtedly, they are going to talk about GTA 6 today. That is a fact. They are going to mention it in one way or another. Are we going to get actual new news about it? Probably not. Probably not. Good snipe, Dragono. Good snipe on that. They knew what they were doing. Yeah, they will mention GTA 6 in one way or another. Yeah, what that, Chris? Come on, man. Come on, man. Wish you all the best. Still a big fan from Saudi Arabia. Keep going. Your content is genuinely awesome. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I assume most of the guys are live right now, right? Sako is live right now. I assume Vice is probably live. MCT is probably live. I could check really quickly. At this point, it'll all pop up on my stream. Yeah. Yeah, Sako's live. Is Sav live? I don't see Sav live. Wait, did TGG not go live for the earnings call? Wait, no way. He didn't do that. Oh, no, he did. Oh, no, he's going live at 4. Okay. So I can expect the viewership to just plummet to the bottom of the earth at that point. Oh my god, I saw Mr. Boss for the win video. Get that off my screen. Yeah, Buck, I'm surprised you're not going live. Yeah, TGG starts in 15 minutes, yeah. I was even gonna send out a message to all those guys like, yo, let's just like hop in a call for this fucking earnings call. But I also realized that would make it really hard to like talk to chat and stuff like that. So, yeah, I just didn't. I also went like live like super early for the stream. So 16 minutes until we do or don't get new news. No, 45 minutes. 45 minutes. The stream, what am I saying? The presentation or the earnings call doesn't go live till 4:30. I don't normally stream this kind of stuff, but I thought about it. Yeah, I don't normally go live in general, which is why even for me to see 178 viewers is like kind of crazy, to be honest with you. Yeah, but honestly, it can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun just chatting with people, which you normally would only interact with in like comments and whatnot. So I definitely do want to go live more. I also have a few more ideas for like different types of content I want to make. I don't really want to share too much about it now because it'll probably go on a second channel anyway. Like it would be way too different from any Rockstar. Any official Rockstar post would be at 2100 my time. That's what happened with the November delay. Is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? Do I have to check Rockstar's Twitter right now? Are they just going to get everyone off of the earnings call so that they can shadow drop trailer 3? Yo. A man can dream. A man can dream, can we not? It won't happen. I don't see any way we get trailer 3 today. There's no way. There's no way. They wouldn't. They'd want to release it in the morning so it can be news for the whole day, right? Like, a November delay happened 30 minutes before the earnings call. Is that true? Oh yeah, do I have the Discord open? Yeah, I do have the Discord open. They are still online. What is the general chat saying? Just straight nonsense. Okay. I popped in for 1 second. I popped in for 1 singular second. And there was just absolute nonsense in the general chat of the Rockstar page. GameRoll posted a tweet worrying about the delay. Yeah, GameRoll's been kind of dooming on that, I think. Oh. I mean, he did say... Yeah, here's the tweet for anyone who wants to see it. Oh, there's the chat. Yeah, here's the tweet. Fun fact, RDR2 and GTA 6 were both delayed at the exact same time, 9:05 BST. I have a lot of confidence that Rockstar won't delay GTA 6 tonight, but hey, I'm keeping tabs on this specific time. $21.05. Hey, everyone. That'll do it. That will do it. It's 12:48 here in Cali. Oh, I wish. No, it's getting... No, it'll be just about 4 o'clock soon for me here in Toronto. Bruv, can someone update me? Is something happening, or is it just Rockstar being shite? Again, I'm going to reiterate this one more time. It depends on what you're expecting. If you go into this call expecting to know exactly when Trailer 3 is going to happen and you will be upset if that doesn't, you should probably leave now. I'm going to make that completely honest. You should probably leave now because that's not going to happen. They aren't going to mention any specific dates. But if you are looking for news on any news regarding GTA 6, they will undoubtedly mention it during this call. They will talk about the marketing in some day or in some way, or they will talk about some other aspect based on what the investors ask about. So that's just something to keep in mind right now. Never say never. Justin Bieber, 2012. You're welcome. Hey, mate, I like your kettle. Yo, respects, bro. Respects. You are probably... Yo, Buck, not even gonna lie, chat. You are probably gonna hear what this guy just said in chat 1-to-1. Like, that is probably going to be a direct quote. Is we are still on track for November 19th. I guarantee that's almost a direct quote from Strauss Zelnick today. Which would be kind of funny, to be honest. Trailer 3 isn't coming out today. Yeah, I don't see a way it does. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but the odds are so extremely low. Like, realistically, they are so extremely low. The trailer either comes out on Saturday or May 26th. Yeah, I don't... Where the Poly Market for that? Oh my god, bro. Poly Market is the funniest thing on earth. It's the funniest thing on earth. I couldn't imagine using that every day. I really couldn't. Why you look like Peter Parker from Spider-Man Ultimate PS2. Spider-Man Ultimate PS2. Yo, this guy did me so dirty, bro. This guy did me so dirty. Yo. Yo, that guy did me so dirty, bro. Fuck. I can't say you're necessarily wrong, though. I can't say you're necessarily wrong. I mean it a good way. Plot twist. February to March delay today. Trailer tomorrow. Oh. February to March delay today. Trailer tomorrow and more pics and more crying. Oh, no. No. No, there's I don't see it. Again, I'll say this again. I don't think we could see another delay. I really don't. Like, I know that there's like this whole thing of like, well, Strauss Zelnick says that he's always confident and, you know, whatever. That's twice every like 3 months that he says that he said that on the May one. Or yeah, when we had the May earnings call or when we had the May release date. But he said it 4 times in the last month already. And he's probably going to say it again today. Let's be real. He's probably going to say it again today. So Jetro, it could get delayed. They've stayed quiet for 380 days. But a lot of people are forgetting the fact that Strauss Zelnick specifically said that he wants to go for a shorter, more condensed marketing period. Right? So us not having news until even like late June probably isn't out of the ordinary. Realistic, like if we're being completely honest, now when Tom Henderson said August, I thought that was way too late. That's like maybe 3 months of marketing. That doesn't sound right to me. But yeah. There's not a single chance the trailer doesn't come out before July. There's simply no way. Yeah, again, as much as I'd like to say that's probably true, you never know with Rockstar. I admire Strauss Zelnick, but now he just pisses me off with that evil smile. Yeah, and he's like a billionaire, so. I don't see a delay. Yeah, I'm not saying it will. It just means it's still possibly. All we can do is hope. I mean, realistically, that's kind of just how it is being a GTA fan, right? Like, if being a GTA fan is just waiting for Rockstar to say something, and they are the kings of not saying anything, that's basically all they can do. Oh my god, I can't. This guy said it's out. I got baited. There it is. I got baited. Congrats. Congrats. Sword marketing will start November 16. What about the Discord? Is there anything going on in the Discord? News feed? No. Okay. Rockstar Games Discord account is still alive. Being able to get water that fast is the reason why a kitchen setup is underrated. Yo, dead ass. You're not even wrong, bro. I got my fridge, my snacks, and my water within like reaching distance, yo. When I'm working, that's like super helpful. Strauss trusts excellence from the artist at Rockstar, and if a delay happens, I think he'll know it's for the best. It will suck so hard, though. Oh, dude. There's a lot of delay doomers. I thought we were completely over a delay. Like, I'm not lying. I don't think there's any way that, my personal opinion is, I don't think there's any way we get delayed. No chance we get delayed. Jedro, thinking of starting a GTA channel similar to yours with quick video essays. Any tips, man? Because you started 2 years ago and blew up pretty quick. This is actually, okay, well, I guess I'll state it now. This is actually kind of one of the things that I wanted to make extra content for. I wanted to kind of make like a side commentary channel of like basically giving out like, basically giving like advice, because I get a lot of comments on my channel about people like wanting to get into YouTube and how I got started with it and what the process is like, how to make it easier, yada, yada, yada. And I think if I could turn that into like kind of like COD commentary videos or stuff like that. I also have like pretty good finances that I think I could help like a lot of people at least learn something about. Like I help a lot of my friends with that. So I don't know if you guys think a commentary channel, like just like COD gameplay and talking about random ideas would be cool. Like feel free to let me know, because I've been thinking about doing those for a while and they'd be pretty good. Yeah, it would be pretty good, like, be pretty easy for me to put them together. Do you do this full time by chance? Yeah, I do. Yeah, this pays my bills. But if you could, I mean, I could give you, what do you want to know specifically? Because it's like, how do I just like lay out the entire basis of like, well, okay, if you're trying to do GTA video essays or GTA videos in general, you have to basically commit the next 2 years of your life minimum to only GTA. Like, you need to learn everything there is about the games. You need to know all the lore of well, at least in my case, right? It depends on the content you're trying to make, but like all the lore of like old YouTubers and old glitches and old you know, different community events that came out and whatnot. So yeah, there's like research is like a main part of the video, and even coming up with an idea now that no one has done before is like, you have to put a lot of effort into that. So I would just try and come up like with like 100 ideas. Try and come up with 100 ideas before you start, and then narrow those down to 20 really good ideas, and then narrow those down further to 10 amazing ideas. And once you have 10 amazing ideas, then you can start making videos. Nothing happened yet. Packaging is also very important on YouTube. Yes, that is very true. Packaging is probably the second most important part. It goes the importance of a YouTube video, and this is some insider info for all y'all viewers. The most important part of a video is the idea, because if the idea sucks, no one will want to watch it. Then it's the packaging. Think about it like a book cover or something, right? You could have the best book in the world, right? The best book in the world. But if your cover looks like shit, no one is going to open it to read it. So the title and thumbnail need to be banger, because if no one clicks on your video, no one's going to watch it. And then obviously the video has to be as high quality as you could possibly make it. Boom. That's how you make it on YouTube. Very simplified. DV really has to expand to other games other than scraping the bottom of the barrel for GTA 5. I mean, I think GTA 5 is just a really hard spot right now where, like, dude, you know how hard? I have a few really good GTA 5 videos I want to make right now. One of them I can't, because I'm waiting on someone to, how do I say this? I'm waiting on someone to complete something. That's how little I'm going to give away on it. I think it's a great video. And then a few of them, just a little bit more time needs to pass before I can. So yeah, but I have some really good GTA 5 videos I still need to make. And hopefully I can make those before GTA 6 goes like full force. Jetro, you became my favorite GTA YouTuber, second only to Dark Viper, after your no-nonsense GTA 6 guide. No clickbait, no lying. Makes you unlike most. Hey, I really appreciate that. In the GTA community, that was almost seen as unheard of 2 years ago. So I'm really glad that a lot of people love my videos and get a lot of, value from them. That's about as much as you could ask for as a GTA creator. So seeing comments like that is actually like just one of the best things ever. So thank you very much. You also need to have a good narrator voice and be native English. Not necessarily. I mean, look at Sako. Sako is Italian, but he speaks English. And his videos get off the information perfectly. Now, does he get comments saying that his accent's pretty heavy? Yeah, obviously. But I think he still does a really good job of articulating all of his points for the mapping videos. Like, how did your first 10 videos get a couple thousand views? Is my question right off the rip. Well, they didn't. They've been up for years. So like, I think my first video to hit even 1,000 views was my unsearchable videos video. And that hit 1,000 after like 2 months. Right. So it definitely wasn't. My first like real successful video was the why GTA 6 won't release, or why Rockstar won't release GTA 6, which funnily enough came out like 6 months before they announced it. I still think in that video I made some good points, but obviously it was never going to be like that forever. Oh yeah, no post? They didn't say anything? Hold on, let me check their Twitter. Yeah, it didn't say anything. I got a notification though. Someone followed. Respects. Yeah, no, they didn't tweet anything. No delay. Don't worry about it, boys. No delay. We're good. We are good. Look at, I'll show you. No delay. Oh, I keep forgetting that's on screen. No delay. We're good. Same old post. We're good. Which reminds me, I have to get back into the earnings call soon. Webcast present. No, not that. Webcast presentation. Okay. Hold on, let me catch up. Thanks, Retro. I'm gonna lock in. Good luck, brother. Good luck. Yeah, that's why these tips have been fire. Yeah, that's why, like, honestly, I would love to make like just a commentary channel where I can just like kind of share tips as people have them. People could even just email me questions and I could just make quick videos on them. If Take-Two stock crashes, I'm ready to buy more. Yeah, I did the same with the last delay. Will you be covering all of the Easter eggs and random encounters in GTA? Jetro GTA 5 speedrun when? I thought about doing a video on... I thought about going live after I released the Stunt Jumps World Record video. And I thought about like having a stream where I learned the route and just tried to get the best time I could in a day. But even when I was like driving the route, trying to get like other footage, like trying to get footage for the video, it was way harder than I thought. Like you cannot just pick that up in a day. You cannot pick up that speed run in a day. It's just not possible. Yo, Cyber, what's good, bro? Yo, my guy. It's not Cyberboy anymore, boys. It's Cyber Gaming. Come on. Talk to him nicely. How you doing, brother? Long time. How do you even join the call? When I checked, you had to put in a whole lot of stuff. No, you just have to make an account on this like Q4 website or whatever the hell it's called, and then just sign up. Like, it's not anything like you have to like prove that you're an investor or anything like that. I could, but yeah. And then they just email me and they're like, yo, pull up. And I'm like, all right. By the way, Jetro, love from Italy. I started following you since you had like 8K subscribers. Yo, I love you and Italy back. I just came back from Italy. That was one of the greatest trips I've had in my life. I'm moving to Rome. I don't care. That was... Yeah, you can just sign up as a guest. Yeah, you're right, JB. No, I loved Italy. Italy was one of the most amazing trips I have ever been on in my life. I won't lie. Oh. Oh. I don't even know if the mic could pick that up. No, Cyber. The call happens in 20 minutes. Yeah. Gentleman, crazy how well YouTube pays if you know what you're doing. Yeah, it can be. You're definitely a minority if you're able to pay your bills with it. Like, you're obviously doing better than a lot of other people. But I don't think a lot of people even realize, like, as a YouTube channel, if you're even able to just hit the monetization threshold of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, you're already doing better than 80% of channels on the platform. So like small milestones still mean a lot as well. It doesn't only have to be money based. Like 50,000 subscribers puts you in like the top like 2% of YouTube or something like that. So sweet, here for the party. Hey, glad to have you, brother. It's been a minute, bro. Been waiting to hear from you again, bro. Miss you. You sweet ass. There you go. Pause. Do you play anything besides GTA in your free time? Yeah. Like I said earlier. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Because I have to prove it. I'm going to pull it up. Hold on. Where is the Epic Games launcher? Here we go. I believe 99% they won't, but if they unveil trailer 3 at the earnings call, I will freak. Yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way. Sweet ass homies, yo. Now this is my sweet ass homie, brother. You guys don't realize that me and Cyber have known each other since like I think he had like, I want to say you had like 15,000? Around 15,000 subs, maybe a bit more or a bit less, and I had like 7 or 8. And now look at us, brother. Big gains. Where is this? Where is my... Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at this. Look, because people won't believe me unless I show. Oh shit, you still can't see it. God damn it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make this smaller. You see that? It's 4,800 hours on Rocket League. 4,800 hours on Rocket League. That's not a small amount, brother. That's not a small amount. Yeah, probably less. I don't remember the exact amount. I could probably find the email or whatnot, but yeah, we've known, he's by far the one I've known the longest in the community. It's always nice to see him pull up to streams. I appreciate you, brother. Ironbark Lookout is terrifying. Can join the call in 2 minutes, then starts in 15. Yeah. Also, I have to make sure I have this set up correctly because I gotta put this in because I don't want it coming out of my speakers. I just have to hope that it doesn't override my mic, or that would be really shitty. Yeah, AirPods. 300 hours on GTA is much less than I expected. Yeah, it's because I used to play on Xbox all the time. I played on Xbox for the longest time up until I moved 7 months ago. And then I gave my console back to my brother. Now I just use now a lot of the time I play is just like me driving around or getting footage for a video. Yeah. But I am supposed to go out this week to go buy my new consoles. My most played is unlisted. I'm not familiar with that. 700 hours on RDR2? Holy shit. I'm wondering if I'll be able to accrue more hours on 4 or on 5 or on 6 than GTA 5 before the next big release. Less free time nowadays compared to when GTA 5 was in its prime. Yeah, I do think that's kind of a problem that a lot of us are facing. I think that's why a lot of people say that they're just trying to, that they're going to take a bunch of time off work. They're going to take a lot of time off work when GTA 6 comes out to play that. Yo! Whoa. Whoa, okay. I had the TTS come up, but I didn't hear it just now. Did you guys hear that TTS or no? I'll read it out just in case. How integral do you think multiple protagonists are to modern GTA? Do you think they will ever go back to just one? Do you personally enjoy it? First of all, Rich Boy J, thank you for the 5. That's truly means a lot, brother. I really appreciate that. I really loved it in GTA 5. I think they killed every single character, and every single character in GTA 5 was enjoyable. So honestly, I do think it is integral to just add more. How do you say it? To add more depth to the game by adding 2 characters instead of 1. That's a pretty easy way to do it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, guys, we'll join the call in 3 minutes. We'll join the call in 3 minutes. So like 13. Yeah, the call starts in 13 minutes, but we'll join. I'll get us set up on the call in less than that. Oh no, don't. Oh, never mind. We're already in. Hold on. don't mute the music. Hold on. Okay, now I need to quickly make sure that we have all this set up properly. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna unmute this for a second. We all heard that music, right? We all heard that music, correct? Yes? Good? That just means the audio's set up, so. Throwing a Starlink on the roof of my car to watch this? Yo, what you driving now, brother? I swear you be whipping something nice. I could be wrong. I swear. Okay, we did hear it. Okay. And I got 18 minutes. That means I'm making another coffee, bro. Or maybe I shouldn't. I'm gonna have to piss halfway through the call. Davey, how you doing? No, I'm gonna make a coffee. See? Yo, y'all were clowning on the kitchen setup, bro. Look at how clutch this is. Boom, make the coffee. 3 steps away. Back at the desk, brother. Come on. Y'all were clowning the kitchen setup, bro. This is the best setup on earth. I do hope GTA 6 has a third protagonist. I would prefer 3, but honestly, 2 does not ruin the game at all. And I'm still confident with 2 protagonists. Based off everything we've seen, I don't think we will have 3. I mean, they've literally shown us 2 the entire times. Unless it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, by the way, you're just going to, one of them's going to die and then you go to another person. Like that's the only way that we got a third. And I don't think that'll happen. I think that's too predictable. Is what I'll say. Yeah, thank you, AK Void. Yo, the kitchen is clutch, bro. I am 5 feet away from all of my... Okay. The amount of people asking for a sandwich right now is crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like, no one's getting a sandwich. Not a single person is getting a sandwich, bro. I'm sorry. None of you are getting sandwiches. Unless you want to pay for the groceries to make it, then I'll make you one. At a service fee of $49.99. Check for the T2 document. Should drop very soon. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not going to because someone's going to tweet about it. So I might as well just wait for that. That saves me the hassle of doing it. Let's be real. Right? Realistically, like someone is going to do that for me. Can I get a coffee to go? Yeah, you can get a coffee to go. Absolutely. Forgot to mention, I also messaged you privately on Discord. Same username. Got it, brother. I will check it after the stream. Yo, XCP, thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the dono, bro. Appreciate that. Really means a lot. Ben already has. Is that true? Ben, I don't know. Video tech. Wait, what? Wait. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We can look at this together while we wait for the call to start. Hold on. Where is this? Hold on. Okay. He says, one, now marks Red Dead Redemption becoming the 3rd best-selling video game of all time worldwide as per the Take-Two earnings call. Apparently this is a thing. 65 million copies sold. It's crazy to think that it's the 3rd and it's still 3 times less than GTA 5. That is insane. 8 minutes. Yeah, we have it open in another stream. Don't worry. Don't worry. It also says Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick will not announce the GTA 5 price during the earnings call. Never, ever, ever. Bro, nothing never, ever, ever happens. That's what this guy is basically saying to me. Nothing ever, ever, ever happens. Fuck. Take-Two expects between $8 billion and $8.2 billion in net bookings for fiscal 2027 between now and April 2027, thanks to the GTA 5 launching during this current financial year. Nothing new there. I think he's brought up that number a bunch of times. GTA 5 price? You know what I meant. GTA 6 price. Yeah. Will not announce the GTA 6 price during the earnings call. He sent that tweet out twice. We believe fiscal 2027 will establish new record levels of operating performance driven by the November 19th launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, along with strong execution of our portfolio. Yo, did he say the thing? Okay, he didn't say the exact quote. He didn't say the exact quote. It was 6.8 last year. That's 5 billion more than usual. It was 6.8 last year, and now they're at 8.2. Yo, that's what all this free marketing has done for them. But we're just blessing them at this point. I'm not even joking. Like, we are just doing them so nicely. Why are people talking GTA 7? To even mention GTA 7 is just like a crazy sentiment right now. I'm sorry to say. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hope that's centered. Yeah, we are never getting GTA 7. That's just never happening. Like, ever. After this Hopium failed, I'm just gonna let Rockstar cook because we can't predict marketing dates based on patterns of old releases. Yeah, I think the one thing that I think a lot of people should take into account with this release is that everything they've done before just doesn't apply. Like, they genuinely cannot have any, like, there's genuinely no way that they can have that anything that they've done up until this point with GTA 5 or RDR2 is even close enough to timelines to compare them, let alone scale, if you really think about it. So, best GTA game so far, your opinion? It's a hot take to some people for some reason, but GTA 5. It's by far the most fun to play for me. They're expecting 8 billion from this game. They will be marketing the shit out of this game. Well, we already do enough marketing for them without any news. So, but also, I genuinely think, this is another prediction I've had for a really long time. I think GTA 6 is the first game to hit $1 billion in sales in one day. Like on pre-orders. On pre-orders. We have this open, so we can just throw this on now, to be honest with you. Hold on. No, it's still music. We don't have anything yet. Hold on. Let's make this bigger. Oh, there we go. Yo, if they dropped GTA 5 2 and Minecraft 2, that would go so crazy, bro. I wish. I genuinely wish. Minecraft 2 would go so hard. Earnings call in 2 minutes? Dude, it's still music. You can hear it. Where's the chat? Hold on. I don't even know if you can see that, but I don't know why the chat looks so busted in this, but we'll just leave it up there anyway. Screw it. Q4 was better than expected results. Is there a way to turn this down? This is really loud. Oh, no. 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 Could you imagine? Yo, wait. Where's my mic? Hello? No. Is my mic working? Wait, my mic is working, right? Hold on. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. Okay, I'm muting this. I can't deal with that anymore. GTA 5 came out when I was in middle school. I'm married and have a baby on the way. Time flies. Yeah. I think that's a lot of us in the chat right now, to be honest with you. I think that's a lot. I was going in, no, was in grade 9, I think. Yeah. Are you a T2 shareholder? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I bought stock after the delay. It was a very good idea. Very happy I did. Don't I technically have to legally... Oh. I have to legally disclose that I do own stock.
Hello, and thank you for standing by. My name is Tiffany, and I will be your conference operator today.
Let me know if you can hear good.
At this time, I would like to welcome everyone to the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2026 Take-Two Interactive Software results call. All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise. After the speaker's remarks, there will be a question and answer session. If you would
That's what
like to
we're
ask a
waiting for.
question during that time, simply press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. I would now like to turn the call over to Nicole Shevins, Senior Vice President, Investor Relations and Corporate Communications. Nicole, please go ahead.
Nicole.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining our conference. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining our conference call to discuss our results for the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2026. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining our conference call to discuss our results for the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2026 ended March 31, 2026. Today's call will be led by Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Karl Slatoff, our President, and Lainie Goldstein, our Chief Financial Officer. We will be available to answer your questions during the Q&A session following our prepared remarks. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that statements made during this call that are not historical facts are considered forward-looking statements under federal securities laws. These forward-looking statements are based on the beliefs of our management, as well as assumptions made by and information currently available to us. We have no obligation to update these forward-looking statements. Actual operating results may vary significantly from these forward-looking statements based on a variety of factors. These important factors are described in our filings with the SEC, including the company's most recent annual report on Form 10-K and quarterly report on Form 10-Q, including the risks summarized in the section entitled Risk Factors. I'd also like to note that unless otherwise stated, all numbers we will be discussing today are GAAP and all comparisons are year over year. Additional details regarding our actual results and outlook are contained in our press release, including the items that our management uses internally to adjust our GAAP financial results in order to evaluate our operating performance. Our press release also contains a reconciliation of any non-GAAP financial measure to the most comparable GAAP measure. In addition, we have posted to our website a slide deck that visually presents our results and financial outlook. Our press release and filings with the SEC may be obtained from our website at take2games.com. And now I'll turn the call over to Strauss.
Thanks, Nicole.
Strauss.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
I'm pleased to report that we concluded fiscal year 2026 with excellent results, including fourth quarter net bookings of $1.58 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range. Net bookings for the full fiscal year were $6.7 billion, which was approximately $750 million above the initial guidance we provided last May. NBA 2K delivered record net bookings and recurrent consumer spending.
A live call.
Zynga achieved its highest level of net bookings since we acquired the business in 2022. And the Grand Theft Auto series once again exceeded our expectations and continued to drive significant net bookings and deep engagement with its passionate community of players. Fiscal 2027 is poised to be a breakout year for Take-Two, led by the November 19th release of Grand Theft Auto 6, arguably the most anticipated entertainment property of all time. And we're excited that Rockstar Games will start their marketing campaign this summer. Our initial financial outlook for fiscal 2027 includes record net bookings of $8 to $8.2 billion.
It is summer.
This reflects meaningful growth over last year, led by the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, along with the successful execution across our entire portfolio.
It is summer.
We expect to sustain this higher level of scale and generate strong cash flows well into the future as we release our robust long-term development pipeline and capitalize on new opportunities across our highly established, multifaceted business.
That's all. No, we gotta wait for the Q&A.
I'll begin with our fantastic mobile performance. Toon Blast grew approximately 25% year over year as Peak introduced new events and features, including Temple Guardians, Eve Quest, and refined
That's exactly
level
what we thought Strauss would say.
Match Factory continued to perform with
this
players
is all
responding
mobile stuff, so we don't care
to its
about
live service execution and a continuous pipeline of player-friendly features, such as the collectible album. Empires & Puzzles outpaced our forecast and grew 5% over last year, driven by a robust slate of in-game events celebrating the title's 9th anniversary. Color Block Jam grew 15% year over year and remains the highest grossing title in Rollic's history. Top 11 delivered its strongest quarter ever after 16 years in market, driven by superb performance of the Bundesliga and live operations innovation. 2K's mobile offerings posted another solid quarter, with WWE SuperCard reaching nearly 39 million lifetime downloads, NBA 2K Mobile continuing to expand its audience,
2K Mobile,
NBA 2K26 Arcade Edition maintaining its top 5 position on the Apple Arcade charts, and NBA 2K All-Star in China growing to nearly 10 million registered users after just 1 year in market.
That is true.
Our direct-to-consumer channel continues to drive net bookings and margin growth as we integrate additional
we are exactly
mobile titles
1
from our
month
portfolio
from summer.
and deepen our relationships with players by reducing payment friction and enhancing the end-to-end user experience, which is generating improvements in conversion and customer loyalty. As the regulatory landscape continues to evolve, we're even more confident
2K still makes
in the
money.
sustainability and growth profile of
That's
this
what I
platform.
thought.
The Grand Theft Auto series continues to outpace expectations significantly and demonstrate incredible momentum leading up to the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th.
He said it
Recurrent
twice
consumer
now.
spending grew 5% year over year, with strong engagement in GTA Online, driven by A Safe House in the Hills, one of the best performing updates in its history. This content offering provided a wide range of community-requested features, including mansion properties, the return of Michael DeSanta from Grand Theft Auto 5, all new missions, vehicles, exclusive GTA Plus benefits, and the powerful new Rockstar Mission Creator that allows content creators to make their own GTA experiences. Sales of Grand Theft Auto 5 advanced further, with nearly 230 million units sold in to date. GTA Plus continues to see significant growth year over year, led by the holiday update and highly attractive monthly benefits, such as the inclusion of NBA 2K26 in its games library. In addition, Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2 achieved its highest level of annual unit sales since its launch year, with over 85 million units sold in to date. During the quarter, Our sports offerings also performed well. NBA 2K26 continued to expand its audience. To date, the title has sold in over 10 million units, representing a 5% increase over NBA 2K25. Recurrent consumer spending grew 10% as we benefited from higher daily active users and games played per user. In keeping with our strategic focus on innovation, Visual Concepts launched Season 5 for NBA 2K26, their first ever college-themed offering, featuring 16 iconic universities, which was welcomed by NBA 2K's vast community and provided a glimpse of what's to come in college basketball for next year and beyond.
I agree,
I'd
Elliot.
like to thank our partners at the NBA and the NBA Players Association for their continued engagement and support in our collective mission. On March 13th, 2K and Visual Concepts launched WWE 2K26, which was well received by critics and consumers alike. Engagement has been excellent, with recurrent consumer spending up 20% year over year and more than 85 million matches played, an increase of 7% compared to WWE 2K25. 2K is supporting the title with multiple updates through its Ringside Pass. I'd like to thank Nick Khan and his team at TKO for their unwavering support and partnership as we continue to evolve this series further for fans of the game. PGA Tour 2K25 enjoyed a fantastic resurgence.
PGA
2K captured an influx of new players and drove strong organic interest by aligning Season 5 with the start of the PGA Tour season in January and including the title in PlayStation Plus.
Elliot, you ruined it, man. We had a good moment there.
60 million rounds of golf, representing a 110% increase over the third quarter. 2K will support the franchise throughout the year with several more content updates. In closing, we're incredibly excited by the promise of our future for our players, our organization, and our shareholders. This year has the opportunity to be a major inflection point for our company, defined by groundbreaking entertainment experiences, creative and operational excellence, and record net bookings.
I think you guys just want a delay at this point.
Our strong cash position, and our expectation that we'll generate over $1 billion in operating cash flow this fiscal year, we believe that we're extraordinarily well positioned to take measured creative risks, to pursue accretive M&A, and to invest in technology that will unlock greater creative capabilities and operational efficiencies across our organization.
This guy said a lot of words and a whole lot of nothing.
I'm exceedingly optimistic that we'll continue to drive greater success and shareholder value for the long term. I'll now turn the call over to Carl.
Thanks, Ross.
Carl.
I'd like to thank our teams for another strong quarter and for laying the groundwork for an exciting chapter in our company's history. We are extremely optimistic about our upcoming pipeline, which includes 29 titles through fiscal 2029. In the interest of precision, we are now only counting mobile games in our pipeline that have been specifically scheduled for worldwide launch within the 3-year window. Our teams continue to develop and test many new titles not reflected in this outlook, some of which may be added to our multi-year count. Fiscal 2027 is set to be a milestone year, led by the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th. We plan to release 6 additional titles during the fiscal year, including 2 mobile titles, 3 sports titles, which are NBA 2K27, PGA Tour 2K27,
no one cares,
and WWE 2K27.
What the fuck?
And 1 platform extension. Our labels will also continue to provide new content and experiences that drive engagement and recurrent consumer spending across many of our previously released titles. Looking ahead, we currently expect to deliver 22 titles throughout fiscal 2028 and 2029, including 1 mobile title, 5 sports titles, 3 core new IPs, and 13 core existing IPs, which includes 7 sequels and 6 remakes, remasters, and platform extensions. We look forward to sharing more about our groundbreaking pipeline, which we believe will drive a new period of growth and long-term returns for our shareholders.
No fun.
I'll now turn the call over to Lainey.
Thanks, Carl, and good afternoon, everyone.
W. Laney.
Fiscal 2026 was an exceptional year for Take-Two, as we achieved record net bookings and operating performance. Each of our labels significantly outperformed the initial forecast we provided last May, as our teams maintained their focus on product innovation and delivering the highest levels of quality and value. I'd like to thank our teams for their passion and dedication as we embark on this milestone year marked by the highly anticipated release of Grand Theft Auto 6 and strength across our core businesses. Turning to our results, we delivered fourth quarter net bookings of $1.58 billion.
Take it easy, Hack. Thanks for coming,
brother.
brother.
Our guidance range of $1.51 to
Appreciate
$1.56 billion. This reflected better than expected performance from the Grand Theft Auto series, several mobile titles, and the Red Dead Redemption series. Recurrent consumer spending growth was strong, increasing 7% over last year and accounting for 82% of net bookings. This included 7% growth for mobile and 5% growth for Grand Theft Auto Online, both of which surpassed our expectations.
7% growth in 2026 is crazy.
Which represented one of the strongest fourth quarters
in one
franchise
quarter
history, but was softer than anticipated as trends moderated from the extreme growth we achieved during the second and third quarters of the year. During the quarter, we launched Sid Meier's Civilization VII for Apple Arcade, PGA Tour 2K25 for Switch 2, and WWE 2K26. GAAP net revenue increased 6% to $1.68 billion, while cost of revenue declined 5% to $741 million. Operating expenses decreased significantly to $928 million, as last year included a $3.6 billion impairment expense related to goodwill and acquired intangible assets.
$900 million for the year.
2% year over year.
Holy
which was
shit.
favorable to our guidance due to lower marketing expenditures, some of which shifted out of the period. For fiscal 2026, we achieved net bookings of $6.72 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range of $6.65 to $6.7 billion. Recurrent consumer spending grew 17% and accounted for 78% of net bookings. NBA 2K grew over 30%, mobile increased 13%, and Grand Theft Auto Online increased 6%. All
no, Dragona, we have to wait for the Q&A.
Operating cash flow was $624 million compared to our forecast of
They're just reading a script right now.
Reflecting our fantastic
The Q&A is what we want.
We spent approximately $163 million in capital expenditures, which due to timing is favorable to our forecast. GAAP net revenue rose 18% to $6.65 billion, and cost of revenue increased 11% to $2.8 billion. Operating expenses decreased significantly to $3.9 billion due to the impairment charges that I mentioned previously from last year's fourth quarter. On a management basis, operating expenses rose 7% year over year, which represented strong leverage over the prior year. Today, we are providing our initial outlook for fiscal 2027. We project net bookings to range from $8 billion to $8.2 billion, which reflects approximately 20% growth over fiscal 2026, primarily due to the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th, along with successful execution across our entire portfolio. The largest contributors
so
to net
they think
bookings
it's going to make $2 billion. I think that's conservative.
Factory, Empires and Puzzles, the Red Dead Redemption series, Words with
I
Friends,
think that's
Color Block
conservative.
Jam, and Zynga Poker. We expect recurrent consumer spending to be flat to fiscal 2026 and to represent
it is a snooze
65%
fest.
of net bookings. Our recurrent consumer spending forecast assumes NBA 2K is up high single digits, the Grand Theft Auto series is up, and mobile is down due to last year's success of Color Block Jam and our assumption that trends will moderate for
See how
several
they
of Zynga's
didn't give a
mature mobile
number?
titles.
They just said it's going to
We
be
expect
up.
the net bookings breakdown from our labels to be roughly
Because they know that's
36%
just going to make
Rockstar
like $2
Games,
billion.
35% Zynga, and 29% 2K. We are forecasting operating cash flow in excess of $1 billion, and we expect to be in a net cash position by the end of the fiscal year. We plan to deploy approximately $200 million of capital expenditures for game technology and office buildouts. We expect GAAP net revenue to range from $7.9 to $8.1 billion, and cost of revenue to range from $3.5 to $3.62 billion. Our total operating expenses are expected to range from $4.18 to $4.2 billion. On a management basis, we expect operating expense growth of approximately 8% year over year, which represents significant
$4
leverage
billion
over fiscal
a
2026.
quarter or
This
a
growth
year?
is largely due to higher marketing expense to support the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 and our new mobile releases, as well as
Wait, they said
higher
it. They
R&D
said the
costs.
words.
Now moving on to our guidance for the fiscal first quarter. We project net bookings to range from $1.32 to $1.37 billion compared to $1.42 billion in the first quarter last year. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be NBA 2K, the Grand Theft Auto series, Toon Blast, Match Factory, Empires and Puzzles, the Red Dead Redemption series, Color Block Jam, Words with Friends, and Zynga
I'm
Poker.
confused. They
We
keep
project for
mentioning
current consumer spending to
RDR2.
decline by approximately 3%,
Is something
which
coming
assumes
I just
high
don't know
single-digit
about?
growth for NBA 2K and declines for mobile and the Grand Theft Auto series. We expect GAAP net revenue to range from $1.45 to $1.5 billion and cost of revenue to range from $578 to $594 million. Operating expenses are planned to range
Dude,
from
I thought about
$926
just going into
to
a Rocket League free
$936
play.
million.
Keep people
On a
more
management
invested
basis,
in this
operating expenses are
fucking
expected to grow
snooze
by
fest.
approximately 3% year over year, primarily driven by a modest increase in personnel costs. In closing, fiscal 2027 will introduce a new level of operating performance, which we expect to sustain well into the future, driven by a robust pipeline and expansion opportunities across our core franchises.
PS5
With our
update?
focus on incorporating new
Maybe?
technologies and tools, we feel
RDR2 for the
confident in our ability
Switch?
to scale our
Is that a
business,
thing?
generate operational efficiencies, and leverage the power of our balance sheet, which we believe will drive long-term shareholder returns. Thank you. I'll now turn the call back to Strauss.
W. Strauss, come on, brother,
Thanks,
give me
Lainey and
something.
Carl. On behalf of our entire management team, I'd like to thank our colleagues around the world for their commitment to excellence and to our strategy of being the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company in the entertainment industry. To our shareholders, I want to express our appreciation for your
You're
continued
welcome.
support.
You're welcome.
We'll now take your questions. Operator?
W. Where's Brian? Where's Brian?
At this time, if you would like to ask a question, press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. To withdraw your question, simply press star 1 again. We will pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster. Your first question comes from the line of
Can I
Eric
even get in
Handler
that?
with
Is
Roth
there
Capital
even a
Partners.
way?
Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. Thanks for the question. Lainey, just a couple things within the guidance. Looks like, at least on a non-GAAP basis, your operating expenses are looking, let's call it for round number purposes, about $3.8 billion. That's a $300 million incremental increase on a year-over-year basis. How much of that is
my God.
due to marketing? And when you look at sort of like the trend for the next couple of years for G&A and R&D, what do those trajectories look like? I assume they'll be much smaller than revenue growth.
Yes, that's correct. So we expect to have a lot of leverage over the next couple of years as we continue to scale the business. And for the $300 million hire for this coming year, about half of that
Bro,
is
where's
for
my-
selling and marketing expenses for the entire
Take-Two's a
company.
strong buy
as
on the
we,
stock market right now.
Have significant marketing for our entire pipeline of titles that are coming out this year.
Okay, that's helpful. And then as a follow-up, how should we think about RCS, and once GTA 6 comes out, how are you sort of thinking about the trajectory of GTA Online when that game is launched?
This is a big question.
Rockstar will provide more details on the GTA series when they're ready to talk about that.
Yeah, I think you're asking though, what do we expect will happen with recurrent consumer spending regarding GTA Online? And look, I think to say that everyone has been pleased by the ongoing trajectory of GTA Online, Red Dead Online, the sales of GTA 5, the sales of Red Dead would be a great understatement. These titles have proven to be vastly more resilient than anyone expected, and I think it's a reflection of the quality of the work that Rockstar has done. Despite the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 is now has been in market for 3 console generations, it continues to sell. It's now up to 230 million units. Red Dead is up to 85 million units. So, we're so extraordinarily pleased with how Rockstar's titles have performed. It's difficult to know exactly how Grand Theft Auto Online will do after the release of Grand Theft Auto 6, but certainly it will stay in market, and certainly there are many, many consumers who love the title.
That sounds like coke
very
to
helpful.
me. I thought they were asking about GTA 6 Online and
Your
when
next
they can
question
expect
comes from the
that.
line of Colin
That's what I was
Sebastian
really
with
hoping
Baird.
for.
Please go ahead.
Thanks. Congratulations on the year. I have a couple of questions as well. I guess first off, as cash flow influx in the per the guidance for the coming fiscal year, how are you guys thinking about capital allocation between returning to shareholders versus other uses? And I have a follow-up.
So, this will sound boringly consistent with our answer to this question. It's the same as it has been for as long as we've been in the position of having positive cash flow and positive cash balances. There are three uses of our capital here. First, to support organic growth. This company's story has largely been an organic growth story, and we certainly have expectations for organic growth in fiscal 27. And we believe that fiscal 27.
I'd buy
is
now,
setting
Rodriguez. That is not financial advice.
Standard for this company going forward. That's all organic. But as you can see from our numbers, we have to invest to be in a position where we can grow in that way. And our balance sheet and our P&L allows us to do just that. Well, that'll continue. The second use of our capital is very selectively when it makes strategic sense. And let me emphasize this, when it's accretive, we are willing to engage in inorganic opportunities. The most recent meaningful one was, of course, the acquisition of Zynga in 2022 for $9.7 billion in cash and stock.
Haunted, it'll probably be another 15 minutes or so, max.
And so, I'm proud to say that all of our acquisitions have turned out to be accretive and successful over, nearly a 2-decade period. That's pretty breathtaking for corporations, not generally the case. And I think that's because we're immensely disciplined. You're not going to see us doing deals hand over fist.
Discipline.
Assuming our balance sheet continues
Strauss
to improve,
Rockstar.
You could imagine more inorganic growth in the future as well.
Lack of marketing.
And we've already said in this release today that we expect to be in a net cash position by the end of the fiscal year. And finally, we return capital to the shareholders when it makes sense. So far, we've done that through share buybacks, and they are opportunistic. We believe that share buybacks make sense for our shareholders when they are executed at deep value.
Yeah, because they don't give dividends.
At $158 a share. We'll see how the stock opens tomorrow, but I think no matter what, that was pretty good plan on our side. So
they don't give dividends.
They move around different price points. Our stock traded down as low as I think 195 in the last 6 weeks, and there is an opportunity to return capital to the shareholders when it makes sense.
Thanks for the reminder on those, Strauss. I guess maybe as a follow-up, and maybe some of the structural issues in the industry, including sales of current-gen consoles. I'm just curious how that impacts, your thinking or your assumptions in terms of establishing pricing and pre-order expectations for titles like GTA 6 in the coming year. Thank you.
Hold on, lock in.
What would the relationship be from your point of view?
The install base of hardware may not be as high in this current console generation as it might otherwise have been. Certainly value price points for certain titles have done well versus premium pricing. So those considerations.
Value pricing versus premium pricing.
I would not say we look at it in the context of the install base. We absolutely look at pricing in the context of the property itself. And so what we want to do in every situation, whether that's console, mobile, PC, frontline, or catalog, is deliver to the consumer vastly more entertainment value than what we charge. We want the consumer to have a great experience. And we think a consumer experience is the intersection of what you get and what you pay for it. And probably a great example of that is Mafia: The Old Country, which is a terrific title. But it's not, it's not a 100-hour experience, it's not a 50-hour experience. And so we priced the title at $50, and consumers were thrilled, and we had a massive hit on our hands.
Oh.
Now, I suspect we could have priced it at a higher level. We wanted to make sure that consumers loved it, and part of loving something is feeling good about it.
This is good. This is good. This means we're not getting GTA 6 at $100. Basically, this is how I'm interpreting it.
Your next question comes from the line of Doug Creutz.
Yeah, I think it'll just be a regular AAA game price.
Hey, thank you. I wanted to ask, in the context of your guidance that mobile you're assuming is down this year, based on some attenuation of the performance of older games.
This guy is asking about mobile.
Based on anything you're seeing in the year to date, or is that more of a, hey, these are older titles, let's be prudent in our outlook? Similar to, I think for many years you guys had sort of said we expect GTA Online to be down because it's a many-year-old live service game, and then it would typically do better. Can you just give some context around that? And then
Wasn't the
Also,
price already leaked?
what
Yeah,
you
it
might be
was.
assuming for your two new
It was
mobile
16
launches
cents on the
in that guide. Thank
PlayStation
you.
Store.
So it's a very fair question. We had a great year at Zynga, and I think it's more the way you characterized it, which is we're not prepared to guide to, continually beating expectations materially at any business unit. So we do guide as we see it, and this is how we see it. However, as you said,
That's
it
a
is a reflection of the
diabolical
fact that some
stream
titles that were newer last year are older this year. Now, all that said, Toon Blast was up 25%, and it's a very old title. So we do have opportunities.
Yeah, they've
to
said
exceed our
November like
expectations
18
now and then.
times this
But
this call
this is
already.
our best.
There's no way it gets
sitting
delayed.
here today. As far as our expectations around new launches, we in the mobile side particularly, we never anticipate huge numbers because it's just impossible to do so. Hit ratios are just too low. So our guidance would typically reflect our expectations around the marketing spend in the year, because we would never guide around doing something silly. In the mobile business, if you're getting bad immediate results from a marketing spend, you stop doing it. And our dev costs are pretty manageable in the mobile world. So I would say, unlike say console where, you have a big release, I'm not going to give you the example you want. So we have basketball coming up, we know how many units it sold so far.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way the game gets delayed again.
The prior year, the year before that, we have a sense of the market. We can estimate that
seems
pretty well
highly
in advance.
unlikely.
But with mobile, we just don't have the ability to do that. So I think it is, you correctly intuited that our mobile numbers would not include an expectation for some massive new release hit.
Very helpful. Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome.
Your next question comes from the line of Corey Carpenter with JP Morgan. Please go ahead.
Corey Carpenter. It's Sabrina's dad.
Two questions on
bless
NBA
us, brother.
2K. Clearly, I think record year for the franchise this year. But hoping you could expand a bit on the trends you saw in the quarter. I think they moderated, you said in the prepared remarks, a little more than you'd expected. So what did you see there? And then, Carl, maybe could you talk a bit about the engagement that you saw with the initial college basketball rollout? Thank you.
What? This dude's asking about a 2K game?
So for NBA, this is one of our strongest quarters.
Bro, Strauss doesn't even want to answer it. He's
history.
like, yo, get out of here with
in
this
terms of looking at our
useless ass
expectations,
question,
this
bro.
reflects the extreme growth of Q2 and
Fucking
Q3, where we saw a
JP
high
Morgan.
concentration of spending from our most engaged players early in the year, which left less upside opportunity
Actual
heading into Q4.
chud question.
So that's really what we saw in Q4 this year.
And on the college piece, yeah, we are very excited about our college release for season 5. I would describe it at this point as it's a taste of what's to come. We did a deal with that featured 16 universities. It's basically validated our expectations and the opportunity that we think will be very meaningful for us going forward.
You are not part of the team, bro.
The short answer is stay tuned. It's very exciting for us, and we're very happy how things have turned out so far.
Who cares?
And maybe as a follow-up, Strauss, on the last earnings call, Google Genie had just launched in beta. There's been some conversations more recently around the ability for AI to perhaps create GTA 6 in a couple of months. I know this is a bit of a generic high-level question you've touched on before, but just given this remains a pretty big debate among investors, thought it'd be helpful to hear your latest views just around what you're seeing in AI and how you expect it to change the gaming industry and Take-Two in particular. Thanks.
W. Strauss, he's better.
We remain enormously optimistic. Technology helped build this company. Video games are created largely inside computers and always have been. When I started in the video game business in 1993, we were making 32-bit games, and they certainly don't look anything like they do today, and that's all driven by tech. I think the sort of confusion surrounds a belief that somehow more efficient asset creation puts us at some disadvantage or creates a competitive advantage for someone else. And I just don't believe that's the case. To the extent that technology allows anyone to do a better job in asset creation, naturally we'll avail ourselves of the same technology.
I can't wait for July now. Yeah.
The tech in market that is
mid-June to July is probably when we can expect
for the creation of video games.
The trailer.
It's licensed broadly. No one
That's what I've been predicting for a few months now.
If a competitor has access to AI and that allows someone to do something better, quicker, cheaper, then we would have access to the same thing. The
No,
second
I
point
think,
that I've made that I
Buck,
would,
I do,
I would stand
I do
behind
think we are like
is,
playing it up slightly hard. Obviously,
is that
there's a lot
the
of people who are invested
asset
for
creation
other
is not the
games
same
and
as hit
stuff,
creation.
but
So, the
we just
entire
don't
story
care about all
around
the other shit.
the Gemini release was, wow, you can create assets that look like video games more easily than you could before. I hope that's true
Let
because
us
that'll
be
benefit
haters.
us naturally. We have three-part strategy: be the most creative, be the most innovative, be the most efficient. Seems to me that even if it doesn't help with creativity, it certainly should help with efficiency and innovation. So
He's
that could
not
be
gonna
thrilling,
talk
but we do
about
have to remind
trailer
ourselves
3.
asset creation is
That
not
is
the
not
same
gonna
as hit
happen.
creation. And the best example of that is, there
Maybe
are
they just
thousands
posted
of new
it.
mobile releases a year, but there's a handful of new mobile hits a year, and we make some of them. Despite the fact that everyone has access to the same tech, because everyone licenses exactly the same underlying technology for the creation of mobile titles as we do.
No,
I
nothing.
remain highly optimistic. Now I'll give you a real world example. I was visiting one of our studios, and they showed me some
Nope.
advertisements that they were putting together to advertise their games. And these were live action ads, and they were funny and cute, 15 to 30-second ad units that you've seen a zillion times. And they were all created with AI, licensed AI, legal AI. And the script was done in-house.
Bro, I had to
for
say
free,
legal
by,
AI.
colleagues who work at the company already. And the software was used, AI software was used. The entire cost of making the spot was zero. And previously we hired third-party companies to actually create those with human beings. And those spots could cost $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. Now, please note, we, not only were we not interested in reducing our headcount to make this happen, we didn't have the opportunity to reduce our headcount to make this happen. The entire marketing team at this particular studio is 2 people. They're doing a great job. But what AI has allowed them to do is be more efficient, make great stuff, and do it cheaper. This is all a benefit to our company.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Chris Schull with UBS. Please go ahead.
Come on, Chris,
Great,
come
thank
clutch.
you. Strauss, I believe it was a few quarters ago you mentioned your expectations for GTA 6 continue to increase. Any updates you can provide on your general expectations and levels of confidence for the franchise based on the indicators you have at this point? And how do you expect that this title will perform relative to GTA 5?
Give me something good.
Laney, maybe I know there's a lot of noise to margins this year with the marketing and the software amort, but I believe I heard you said there's a lot of leverage over the next few years. But can you just remind us how you're thinking about the ability to return to the historic margin levels that Take-Two used to see? Thank you.
I don't recall the comment you alluded to. I'm pretty much, I think I've always said the same thing, which is, how could we not be? We're all extraordinarily excited about what Rockstar Games is working on.
Yeah.
We're all incredibly
Yo, W
enthusiastic
Chris,
about the
W
upcoming
Chris, bro.
release.
That's a legend.
And
right
equally, this is a management team that never claims success before it occurs. And I'm pretty
Chris,
sure that every time
Chris is in the
we've had the
Discord,
luxury
bro.
of having a conversation about an upcoming release that looked good, I've said, we absolutely never opine on how high is up. We certainly work toward the best result and hope for the best result. But, that is out of our hands. What's in the hands of Rockstar from a development point of view and a marketing point of view is trying to make the best entertainment property they possibly can and then bringing it effectively to consumers all over the world. That's what we aim to do. And we do feel really, really good about it.
I feel really good about it. As the game makes $1 billion in a day.
We recognize that margins will fluctuate over time based on a variety of factors. In fiscal 2027, we're reaching a new level of operating performance, which we expect to sustain well into the future, driven by a robust pipeline and expansion opportunities across our core franchises. So as we operate at this new level and generate operational efficiencies,
that's got to be a script.
Through reduction efforts and leveraging new technologies, including AI, we aim to enhance our margin profile over time. So if you think about our operating expense leverage, it represents our largest opportunity, which we believe we can achieve as we grow our scale, both organically and inorganically. We've mentioned previously that gross margins of many of our titles are affected by the increasing costs of development. So we've been making many structural improvements, including the driving efficiencies and reducing expenses. So you've seen some of that coming through the P&L in the last couple of years and the leverage we've seen in the last year in terms of our operating expenses. Also the D2C efforts in mobile, that's also working towards improving our margins. So this was a year where we scaled the business meaningfully and we achieved strong leverage on our expense structure. So we'll continue to do that as we look into the future.
Yeah, she said a bunch of words. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank
Your
you,
next
Chris.
question comes from the
Shout
line
out
of
Chris,
Andrew
bro.
Marock with Raymond James. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking my questions. Maybe one on the Rockstar Mission Creator. I know Strauss called that out in the prepared remarks as an interesting factor. I guess, are there any learnings from the early days of that and some of the recent missions that were created as you look to scale UGC and some of your Rockstar properties? And then I have a follow-up.
Yo, the launch of that thing was a fucking disaster.
Look, we're trying to meet players where they are, and to the extent that people want to have a hand in creation, there are numerous opportunities for them to do so.
Some of those new missions were diabolical.
I just think it's incredibly exciting, and our company embraces these advances. So we're not precious about what we do here. We're open-minded. Another example of that is the 5M business. Where this started as sort of a business that was outside of our
Some of them were so bad.
And now it's a business that's
some of them were
inside
so
our
bad.
And we're thrilled that it is.
He couldn't even
thank you. And then maybe one more on mobile, if I could. I know that there has been some kind of correlation between the mobile business and macroeconomic factors in the past. I guess, what level of conservatism might you be baking into the guide around general economic conditions
mobile,
as it relates to the mobile business? Thank you.
Not a single person.
We're not economists.
Not
we
me.
certainly have a point of view about where the economy is going, and that is one of the factors we consider when we build guidance.
I saw that, Dragono. I saw that.
Your next question comes from the line of Matthew Cost with Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Morgan Stanley.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for taking the question. Strauss, there's a comment you made in the prepared remarks about your expectation to sustain higher levels of scale going forward. Just given the potential for Grand Theft Auto's performance this year, that's a high
all
bar
the
to clear
most
going
of the
forward.
questions.
So as
No,
investors
it's
think
good.
about the opportunity to sustain your scale off of that base, how should they think about the mix between just an ongoing significant revenue contribution from Grand Theft Auto versus the pipeline that you went into some good detail in the prepared remarks discussing? And then I have one follow-up. Thank you.
So it reminds me of my SATs. It's box D, all of the above.
Yeah. What?
Your next question comes from the line of James Heaney with Jefferies.
They didn't even let him ask his follow-up, bro.
Yeah, great. Maybe just diving in again on mobile. It's just been impressive to see continued growth of Toon Blast and Match Factory as kind of the biggest drivers for the segment. I was just hoping you could go into some detail about the unique drivers across those franchises that you think have sort of enabled them to continue growing this far after the initial launch. Thanks.
Well, actually, very different. So Toon Blast's been around for a really long time. Match Factory is relatively new. So Match Factory last year was still in growth mode, and we've projected that it would moderate, and we'll see what actually happens. Toon Blast is a legacy title, and with regard to Toon Blast, what you're seeing is a title where the consumers who are involved are getting more and more involved, and that's a reflection of the content that Peak is putting into the game and offers that are made to consumers. So basically, with regard to a legacy title, where you may not have a sharp growth curve on DAUs, you will have an effort to actually serve the consumers we have much more effectively. And I think that's what you're seeing in Toon Blast. Match Factory is still in pretty steep early. It's not that old a title.
Bro, you're sleeping on Toon Blast? It's a generational
we need to be muscular
game?
in both areas. We need to be able to, to run our live services businesses really well for a long, long time. And Zynga does a phenomenal job at that. But by the way, so does Rockstar, right?
I
GTA
swear it
Online
just
is a live
looked
services
like
business. It's 13 years old.
Candy
but
Crush.
Online is a legacy live services business. So NBA 2K Online is a live services.
Isn't it just like a different
we have to do
reskin of
everything
Candy
well
Crush?
here. It's what makes this place an exciting place to work. We've got a pipeline of frontline titles. We got to turn them into hits. We don't always succeed, but we have to try. We have a live services business that I just mentioned. We have to optimize those. across both mobile, console, and PC. And then, of course, we have a catalog. And when you add it all up and we do a good job across the board, you get the kind of year that we got last year. And we now expect to make a meaningful step up, obviously driven largely by the launch of GTA 6, but also driven by performance of the rest of the business. And then we expect to set that as a
Brother,
new
I
base
think
from which to
everyone
grow, and
wants
that's a
GTA
reflection of
6.
firing on all cylinders.
I don't think there's a
Undoubtedly,
person
we'll
on
have
earth
some
who isn't
lapses along
hyped
the way.
for
We
it.
don't know where the lapses will be. But if history is any guide, we'll also have some titles that will meaningfully beat expectations going forward. And part of our three-part strategy of being the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient is indeed to be the most innovative. And if you look at the history of the company, we've been a leader in innovations, whether that's cross-development or marketing. And I have no doubt in the coming years we'll be able to innovate further. And I don't know exactly what form that'll take, but I would just note that this company doesn't look anything like it did 19 years ago, despite still being in the interactive entertainment business. Lots of what we do here didn't even exist back then. And this industry, never mind the company, is still on a sharp growth curve in terms of its cohort of engaged
That is kind of a
consumers
good
and the
point.
opportunities to do
JB
new things and
35,
bring those
12.
new things to people in new ways.
Helpful context. Thank you.
Like, it seems like when the stock price jumps up and
Your
down
next question
whenever
comes from the
Rockstar
line
news comes
of
out,
Jason
despite it
Bazinet
mainly
with
being
Citi.
about
Please
other
go
games.
ahead.
So, I don't know.
I just had a quick historical question. In the past, when you've been confronted with these big titles, like, I don't know, whether it's GTA 4 or 5 or the last two Red Deads, how accurate would you say your management team was in terms of predicting how well these titles would do? Were there some that sort of disappointed, or others that really beat, or were they sort of all within a pretty tight
Brother
confidence
thinks he's
interval
going to
of
get
your
let down by
expectations?
GTA 6.
So with regard to the titles you mentioned, as it happened, they all performed better than we had expected. But we've had plenty of other titles that disappointed.
Who would have
candidly.
thought?
Thankfully, not of late.
Okay.
And they tend to be few and far between.
Who would
But it
have
would not be
thought,
accurate
bro?
to say that our expectations are always exceeded. Not accurate in the least. And
GTA
that's why
5 did better than
we
we
are,
thought.
I think, appropriately humble around here. This is the entertainment business. It is unforgiving. We try our hardest. We do not always succeed.
Understood. Thank you for that color.
You'll be surprised. A couple
Your
of my
next
friends in my
question
group
comes
chat
from the
aren't
line of
hyped for
Alex
GTA 6.
Brundolo
They're
with Wells
LARPing,
Fargo.
bro.
Please go ahead.
They're LARPing. They think they're
Yeah,
cool
hey,
for
thanks so much
not
for the
being
question.
hyped.
I appreciate it. I think I want to maybe try to ask Colin Sebastian's question in a little bit of a different way. I think that there's been a lot of conversations in the industry over the last several months about the growth of Roblox, the growth of lower price games on Steam and the $10 to $20 price point. It seems like it's mostly driven by younger gamers. Obviously Take-Two doesn't participate meaningfully in those categories. You have, a couple of lower price games in the $50 range like Mafia. I think the question is what is the level
He
of
just called
confidence that
Mafia
the newer
overpriced.
cohort of gamers will graduate into more premium AAA experiences over time? I think the question is is the young person that's playing Roblox, are they going to want to play $80 Grand Theft Auto 6 when they grow up, or might they be habituated onto lower fidelity titles? Any thoughts there would be helpful.
Yeah, this guy
So
hasn't
actually,
played a
it's
game
the
since
contrary.
Tetris.
When entertainment
That guy
properties
is
are
not a
aimed
gamer.
at children, I don't know if you have children, but right around the age of 10 or 11, they do not want to be children anymore. They want to be teenagers. So one of the issues, and this is not by way of being critical of anyone else in the industry, but one of the issues with children's programming, whether that's linear entertainment or interactive entertainment, is that children reach a certain point, they don't want to be engaged with kids programming anymore, even if it's appealing to them. So it's not that
Yeah, that was a
certain kind of
brain. That was
kids-oriented
actually
interactive
the
entertainment is
smoothest
necessarily a
brain.
feeder to what we do in certain parts of this company. Remember, we also do make plenty of entertainment around here that's
That was a
available for all
smooth
audiences.
brain.
But with regard to our M-rated titles, it's not necessarily the case that something else is
No,
a feeder to it.
motherfuckers are
It's
going
a
to be
different
playing
business.
Roblox
But
till
it is
they're
a business that is
35.
only available if you're 17 or above. And I think if you engage with interactive entertainment and you're 17 or above, it's very difficult for me to imagine that you wouldn't be incredibly
17
interested
and
in
above.
our M-rated
Bro, most
titles,
GTA fans
specifically
started playing at like
one that
12 to
is coming up.
14.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, dumbass.
Your next question comes from the line of Eric Sheridan with Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Thanks so much for taking the question. Maybe building on two of the topics we've talked about on the call so far, with respect to mobile advertising and building additional optimization around user acquisition, how are you thinking about the signals?
How much is
as
their
more
market
mobile
of
advertising
mobile?
becomes driven by AI and machine learning, with respect to either being able to deploy more dollars at a higher return on ad spend, or possibly becoming more efficient with respect to advertising? And if possible, I have a quick follow-up.
Well, we certainly try to do that. You know, we work with AppLovin, and we are trying to optimize, of course, our return on ad
1.5
spend.
billion of the 6 billion they
And
expected
sometimes
was from
things are
mobile.
going really well in the market,
Okay.
other times we're
Good to know.
frustrated in the market, depending on what's going on. There have been moments, for example, when we really couldn't get out there and
Goldman
spend.
Sachs,
You know, we didn't.
all
we
these
could
rich
not find
idiots who
inventory at a
don't
price that
know
made
fuck
sense.
shit
There are
about
other times when we
games.
can do that. That changes.
True
It's our job
enough.
to make sure that we understand the payback period on what we're spending, and we have very tight guidelines.
Gatora W. Yeah, that was from Buck.
But you have to be on top of it all the time, because when you spend money in mobile, as you know, you're spending it based on an expectation that you'll earn it back over a period of time. That expectation is based on prior history, but prior history isn't always dispositive.
It's more
with
like,
regard to
yeah,
what
it's
happens in
probably
the future.
closer to 30,
So we are constantly
25
on
to
a daily basis
35%
tuning
of
up
their
our
revenue
models
is from mobile.
that will inform how we spend money on user acquisition. As I said, sometimes it's greater, sometimes it's lower. We also have this weird anomaly, which I'm sure you're aware of, which is if we're out of the UA business for a period of time because we don't like it, of course we make more money, because there's no UA that's spent that comes back the same day in its
Free Fire,
entirety.
PUBG,
Sometimes you get a
whatever.
really quick payback period. We have had experiences where the payback period is a bit
Oh
as quick as
yeah,
90
bro,
days.
moms
And
love
I
mobile
don't think
games.
we
That is
talk
a fact.
publicly
That is a
about our
true fact.
expectations around the payback
Moms
period
love
in general.
mobile games.
But let's just say I think we're more conservative than most. To answer your question, are there new opportunities to be more efficient in this area? Yes, I believe so. And of course, it's not lost on anyone that after Apple changed their attribution characteristics, the entire industry was challenged. But you can see from our own results with Zynga last year that we have surmounted those challenges, and we feel pretty good about how the business operates now.
Great. And if I could just ask one more, with respect to your approach to go to market with DTC, any new learnings about what the opportunity set might look like, or the ceiling of that opportunity might be to grow the percentage of mix from DTC over time? Thanks so much.
But look, I've been saying for a long time that I thought both sort of the competitive landscape and the regulatory landscape would be favorable.
The fuck?
With regard to our overall
Jason Lucia
distribution
robbed a
costs
store
and
around the
taking,
corner from them,
as
bro.
part of our overall distribution cost, our D2C cost, which is
The cops are
lower than
pulling up on
third-party
their
cost,
ass, bro.
but multiplied by the share of market
Us
related
cops,
to
we need to stick
DTC. And
together.
we have said that, you know, that share has been growing. We have not talked about what percent it is or where it's going. What we want to make sure, though, is two things. Number one, we want to be where the consumer is. The goal of this company is not to
I've heard that
control
motherfucker
distribution.
make this
The
statement
goal of this
6
company
times.
is to make hits and bring them to consumers wherever
Yeah,
they
I think
are,
that was
however
in the
they want
call. I
them.
think
And of course, to
I
do
was
so on
making sure it
economic
was. It was
terms.
way too loud
We
to be
value
my
our third-party
place.
retailers greatly. We
Plus, if you
especially
guys heard
value
it, then
them
I
when they
definitely
provide
was on the
marketing
call.
opportunities for us. And we understand that there's a value in the marketing that third-party retailers can provide. And that would intersect with how much they charge us for access to their consumers. So the more value a third-party retailer provides to us from a marketing point of view, the more comfortable we are working with them. At the same time, there is a role for direct-to-consumer opportunities. For us, it's all of the above.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything else valuable.
Your next question comes from the line of Mike Hickey with StoneX. Please go ahead.
Hey, Strauss, Carl, Laney, Nicole, congrats, guys, on a great year and a great guide. Very
Thanks,
exciting.
brother.
Just two questions.
You're welcome.
Strauss, first, I think you referenced before being astonished by Rockstar's marketing creativity. Clearly,
Yo, this guy in chat
Can you
said,
talk, I guess,
What?
philosophically about how Rockstar thinks about building anticipation for a game launch of this scale, and how beneficial that marketing effort can be in terms of sustaining or even building demand for around the current GTA ecosystem, and if that ancillary benefit is baked into your guidance.
biggest skirt coming up? They're not answering this. This is a
Well,
good
look,
question.
Thanks for the question. I'm
He's
obviously
gonna
not
say,
going to go
"Be
into
silent,
detail.
do
What we've said
nothing."
about marketing GTA 6 is that marketing will start this summer, and as you know, any information around releases and marketing comes from our labels, and that shouldn't be news to you. That said, do we see in any release, no matter how highly anticipated it is, both the need to market the title and the opportunity in marketing the title? We do. And I was asked about this earlier, and because I absolutely refuse to use a title of ours as an example, I use someone else's. And I said, so there's a new release of Mission Impossible, and it's starring Tom Cruise. Like, we all know what that looks like, and I, for one, am going to see that movie. Like, I'm going to see that movie. But Paramount still spends a whole lot of money to market that, to make sure that people know it's out and it's great and it's worth seeing. And I think that's the story of the entertainment business. So, I don't think there's any situation where one can expect to have a massive hit and not engage heavily in the marketing. And, I think that will be true for this company across the board. And I think, again, across the board, actually, I think this company does spectacular marketing, and whatever we did last year, we got to do better this year. Whatever we do this year, we do better next year.
Marketing.
We demand it of ourselves, and frankly, the market demands it of us.
They don't do any.
Nice. The on AI, Strauss, not to be redundant, you gave a really thorough answer.
About AI, bro.
Clarification. Do you feel like at this point you've got broad buy-in from your studio leadership around AI tools, not just in marketing but in game development?
Brother,
when you think about tools over time, I know you're doing a lot in terms of investing.
I love how they market the game. They just don't say anything and watch the Reddit
your studio team
beat a hole in the wall
some dormant
with their own fists.
Or even new IP that may not have been produced over the last decade because of the resource constraints. And if that's the case, would you look to build headcount into that opportunity?
Spectacular marketing trailer one was really 900 days ago.
Everyone is bought into the possibilities of new technology. And I think there are times when some of my colleagues think I'm too conservative.
Yeah, they're talking about AI now. I don't care about
I've actually never been accused internally of going too fast or doing crazy stuff. I think I probably err on the side of being a little more conservative. Think about it. The people who are on the front lines of developing here are
they are not
experts
delaying again.
in software,
we can put
in
that
art,
rumor
and video
out
games.
of
And
the question.
the way they got
they are not
the job
delaying the
to work
game
at a
again.
company like
They've
this
said
because they
November
were on the front
19th
lines,
at
and
least
because they were
two
innovating,
exactly like what Buck said. Like probably
efficient.
24
So
times.
you have to assume that they're going to be the first people to embrace new
phenomenal
technology that allows
marketing.
them to do a better job.
2 trailers,
That said,
70 screenshots, and 2 delays over 3 years.
Titles around here.
Fucking fire.
Any technology that we use, I think, will be in the hands of
not to
immensely
mention
creative
17 schizo
people, and will
theories.
take the form of handcrafting. Our art is created in computers. It always has been. But our art is created by human beings using computers. And I believe that will continue to be the case.
Thanks, guys.
Your next question comes from the line of Brian Pitts with BMO Capital Markets. Please go ahead.
Brian. He was
thanks for the questions. I'll try
call.
a couple here. Any additional color you can provide on GTA 6 around your framework for the PC release, as well as if the game has any chance of being cross-platform? Also, any best estimates on when we could see a pre-sale launch for the game? If not, perhaps you could at least provide your best guesstimate of timing on hearing more of these details. Thanks.
Brian.
Yeah, as you know, look, the PC market's a great market, and it's growing for console type titles, and it's a market we serve avidly. And virtually all of our hit titles end up on all platforms over time. That said, Rockstar Games has announced GTA 6 for console only so far. And we're excited about our November 19th release.
There it is again. PC's delayed. That's confirmed.
Your
Wait,
next
that's it?
question
No, no, no.
comes from
He
the
asked
line
like 6
of
questions
Ron
there.
Fong with Wolf Research.
He
Please
asked
go
like
ahead.
6 questions.
Hey
No.
guys, thanks for the question. Just turning back to NBA. I know Laney talked about the fourth quarter, but as we look at fiscal 27 and lapping that 30% RCS growth, I guess, is there anything you can like share or like break down on what gives you the line of sight to being able to sustain like the high single digits? I guess I'm really trying to get at like, how you think about the stage of growth for monetization.
Bro, justice
for
for Brian, bro. Justice for
netting what
Brian.
Carl
That dude
said
was
about
about to come
staging
clutch for us.
So we're incredibly proud of NBA 2K's fiscal 2026 record-breaking results, and we're applying the successful learnings to our strategy for this year, including
Brian
within
needs to
NBA
be there for
2K27.
every single
And
call
while
up
fiscal
until launch.
2026 set records, we have a consistent track record of delivering strong, sustainable RCS growth, and are confident in doing so in fiscal 2027. So, when VC looks
Brian
at
was
the game
the
each year,
GOAT,
they just
bro.
do not, sort of rest on their laurels.
Brian
They
was the
continue to
GOAT,
make
and
these
they
games bigger
silenced
and better
my
every
man.
year, and we've seen that time and time again.
Your next question comes from the line of Martin Yang with Oppenheimer. Please go ahead.
Oppenheimer.
Hi, thank you for taking my question. I have one question on mobile. Zynga has meaningful presence in Turkey with Rollic and Peak. Can you maybe comment on whether those studios have benefited from the local government policy that favors developers that was released this year?
So obviously we've had a lot of great success in the Turkish market from a development perspective. Some of our biggest and best titles or studios are in Turkey. We have a fantastic relationship with our developers there, and we love being in that environment. In terms of sort of the government influence, government opportunities, to the extent that there are opportunities available in any jurisdiction where we operate, we would take advantage of those as much as we possibly can. Local jurisdictions are very important business partners to us, and it's something that we take very seriously because it's an opportunity. It's not only good for us, but it's also good for the local markets.
Duckies, you missed my boy Brian get robbed on his questioning. Yeah, he's currently being sent to the
Your next
gulag
question
right
comes
now.
from the line of
Shout out
Omar
Brian.
Dessouky with Bank of America. Please go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my question. So Strauss, I was in the audience at a conference you spoke at recently, and you made a couple of comments that really caught my attention. So one comment was that you would price your games to reflect the value that they provide for consumers. And then a second comment was that the retail price of video games has gone down in real terms over the years. So do your comments imply that you also believe a $70 price tag would be too low for GTA 6
This guy breathing into the mic like it's an Xbox 360 mic, bro.
its value to consumers? Because by that logic, a $70 price tag implies to me that the consumer value of GTA 6 will also go down.
Actual
now, if I misheard your comments, I apologize. However, if my logic is flawed, then what would a $70 price tag imply?
Yeah, bro, this is who the community should be afraid of. Motherfuckers like this making questions, bro.
I think what I was trying to get at was on real
charge
terms,
them $150 for it,
video
bro.
games
Isn't it
have
worth
become
it?
a better and better deal for consumers over a period of
Fuck
time,
that guy.
and that's a good thing. So I don't think the comments are in conflict. In other words, if you can give people something really great and you can offer it on really favorable economic terms, that's a win-win. So I was really trying to make the point that even though I think the value has grown materially, certainly a video game, released today is vastly more exciting, compelling, intriguing, and longer lasting entertainment than it was when I was at Crystal Dynamics in 1993. But in real terms, frontline prices have declined. I was using that as a backdrop to point out that we think that the most important thing is to deliver the best entertainment on earth. And then the second most important thing is to do it on really favorable economic terms. But I didn't mean to guide in any way
making that
how
question.
you should think about our upcoming unannounced price on any
Sending
release.
it through the
that'll
captain's
be,
quarters.
That'll become clear to the market in the fullness of time. Whatever it is, though, we want it to represent enormous value to the consumer.
W. Strauss, bro. That guy was basically asking like, "Yo, price the game at
Your next
$150
question
and
comes from the
fucking
line
rinse
of
these
Clay
fucks." And
Griffin
Strauss
with
is like, "Nah,
MoffettNathanson LLC.
nah. We're
Please
gonna
go
give them
ahead.
more value than they pay for money."
Thanks. Good afternoon. You all had such success with, I think you coined the phrase actually, tethered free to play with GTA Online. You know, it helped you sell full game units, and full game unit sales helped onboard people onto GTA Online. I know the industry has changed a lot over the years, but
wait, hold on, let him cook.
And you haven't announced any pricing or packaging as it relates to this topic. But just curious if there are dynamics, evolutions in the industry that would make that decision different than the decision you so successfully used with GTA 5 and GTA Online, the tethered free-to-play strategy.
So he's saying, are you going to charge to play GTA
think,
Online?
Of course, not
That's
having
basically what he's
announced,
asking.
Any online version for GTA 6, it certainly would be premature to talk about, an upcoming business model for something that we haven't talked about. But I think
They
conceptually,
haven't even talked about
what we
online?
pride ourselves on here is being thoughtful and open-minded, and trying to meet consumers where they are and trying to optimize the entertainment experience for those consumers. And that's what we've been talking about a lot on this call. When it really comes down to it, what does this company think about? 24/7, what do I
Money,
think about?
shark
I think about
cards,
making sure that this is an
and
enterprise
strippers.
that more so than any other entertainment enterprise
That's what
on
they
earth
think about.
focuses on making hit properties that excite and engage consumers. That's what we all think about. Right now, I'm in a room with, our staff, right? They're in this room, we're staff executives, right? I'm with the IR team, the finance team, the operations team, legal team. But our job, we don't make the titles here. We don't market them, not in this room, not the room that's talking to you today. But our mission is to make great entertainment properties. And if we get that right as an organization, all 14,000 people, full-time colleagues and contractors associated with Take-Two and our affiliates focus on making the best entertainment on earth, then everything else will take care of itself. Naturally, we have to be the most thoughtful people, the most aggressive people with regard to marketing and distribution. And by the way, legal activities, finance activities, accounting activities, tax
Why is he talking about
activities as
legal
well.
activities?
That's our job. But the mission of the
I would hope
organization
that
is to
that's a
make great
prerequisite
entertainment.
either
And
way.
having spent
But
a
it's
long
legal.
time in every entertainment business there is, I can tell you one thing: hits cure all ills. Make great hits over and over and over again. You're gonna have a great enterprise. And we're
Hard to
so
believe that
proud
Kevin
of
talked about
everything this company
monetizing
does,
GTA
and
6
we're so
online.
proud of the culture
Yeah,
in which
it's
we
like
do it.
6 months from launch.
But if
And I
we don't
can't
get up
imagine
every day and
online
make
would be
hits,
much
none of that
later.
matters. So that's our job. That's what we focus on. And frankly, the results that we're talking about today and the guidance that we gave you for tomorrow, all of that is based on having made hits, having delivered
Did I
hits,
miss
and an
something? Yeah,
expectation
trailer 3,
that we
4,
are going
and
to bless
5
you,
and
an expectation
150
that we're going to
screenshots were just
continue
released.
doing
Go
just
check them.
that at a higher and higher level.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Has the stock actually gone up?
Your next question comes from the line
No,
of
it dropped
Drew
all
Crum,
today.
B. Riley Securities.
Oh,
Please
unless
go
this
ahead.
is aftermarket, right? It would be
Thanks. Hey guys, good
aftermarket.
afternoon. So looking at your net bookings guidance, how, if in any way, is potential cannibalization from GTA 6 influencing your view or range of outcomes you see for fiscal 27?
That's insane.
Look, the cannibalization doesn't really apply to the entertainment business. In the entertainment business, you compete against everything. You compete against your competitors.
That's
you compete
insane.
against yourselves. You compete against nothing. The choice to do nothing. So if you're in the grocery business, like everyone needs to eat, so you're competing with the grocery store next door. But with regard to entertainment,
I might
there's
sell
something that you
some
want in the
tomorrow.
market,
Fuck
and then
it.
there's something else
I
that
might
you
get
want.
some profit tomorrow.
You'll try to buy both. And if there's nothing that you want,
Jesus
you won't buy.
Christ.
So there's no one-to-one cannibalization. And in fact, history shows that when there's a big hit in the market, you know what it does? It energizes consumers around the entertainment market and they consume more. So I actually think if we're fortunate enough to have the kind of year that we expect, maybe even do a little better than we expect, That's not just going to be good for Take-Two and our labels. It's going to be good for the industry as a whole.
I kept checking my widget on my app, but it wasn't. Yo, thank you for the sub, bro.
That concludes our question and answer session. I will now turn the call back to Strauss Zelnick for closing remarks.
W.
I've spoken an awful lot today, and as you pointed out, I've been in a bunch of conferences lately too. So maybe no one needs to hear
You haven't
more
said
than-
jack shit, my guy.
more from me. I would like to say this though. We delivered great results that we talked about today, and we set
my mic,
guidance
my fucking
that reflects
light
great
died.
results going forward.
Sorry,
All
boys.
of that comes from our
Light's gonna
colleagues
be a
around the
little
world.
off.
So I want to take a minute to express this management team's enormous gratitude and my personal gratitude to our creative teams, our marketing teams, and our distribution teams.
Justice for
our
Brian,
finance
y'all.
teams,
Justice
and our
for
operations
Brian.
teams
I forget
all
which
over the
rant,
world,
which he was
more
from,
than 100
but
offices
justice
around
for
the world, if I'm
Brian.
not mistaken.
That guy asked the most
who
goated
work
questions ever.
incredibly hard in an incredibly dedicated way to support our collective mission. All of this is because of their work. I get to organize the victory lap. So thank you to our
Ooh,
team.
dude
And
called
then
it a
I'd like to take
victory lap.
moment
That's
also to
ballsy. I
thank
like that.
our
I like that.
shareholders and everyone who
W.
supports us and
Strauss,
people
bro.
who attended this call. It's always nice to have a good news call, and we're really happy to share it with you all.
I think that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's call. Thank you all for joining.
That's it. Wow. Okay, so what did we learn? Nothing. Let's give it up for Strauss Zelnick. Let's give it up for Brian. Brian is the fucking GOAT. Okay, anyone who talks shit on my guy Brian ever again. I said it before the call. Brian came in February and he asked the most goated questions, bro. What's your reaction if GTA 6 trailer don't come? Yo, Rao Shanara Chowdhury. I definitely butchered that. I am so sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Much love, brother. What's your reaction if GTA 6 trailer doesn't come? The reality is it's going to come. We just don't know when. I would say probably sometime mid-June is probably when we can expect it, but that's just, I'm kind of guessing. So I would say, I mean, if it doesn't come before then, I'm probably not going to be that upset because I kind of expect that's how it's going to be. But I thank you again for that message, bro. I really appreciate it. Hey, Zahid, thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed the stream too. If you guys have any last questions, feel free to ask. I'll probably stay on for a few more minutes and then take it off. I gotta eat and go to the bathroom super bad. Yeah, Dragono, thank you very much for pulling up, man. Thank you very much. W Mod, thank you very much, man. Hopefully we will all be seeing trailers super soon. Yeah, there's just, I mean, it sucks that we don't have it yet. I'm gonna do one last check on my noties. I don't think so. Rockstar didn't. Yeah, no, they didn't release anything. Not that I thought they would, but Brian asked them direct questions instead of corporate speak, and that's why they don't answer him. Yeah, I think he was asking a little too good of questions, if you know what I mean. This guy was coming a little too clutch, okay? I told you, there's always one person in these fucking calls who acts like they're paid by the GTA community, and that's Brian, bro. Brian is the GOAT, and they did him dirty, so I will never forgive them for that. I hope Brian gets a feature in GTA. When's your next weekly vid out? I said earlier in the stream that I wasn't working on a video this week because I was waiting for GTA 6 news. It doesn't seem like we're gonna get any. So my next video will probably be up sometime next weekend. Because I can't get one out before Sunday this week at this point. It's already Thursday. Yeah. So Probably expect a new video. I might stream again over the next 2 days, just kind of fuck around, say what's up, talk to chat, whatever. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be a video out. Love you, Jetro. Appreciate you, bro. Love you all as well. You happy with the info? I mean, we didn't really get anything. We didn't learn anything that we didn't know. So what did Brian ask? You'd have to go back in the stream to ask, but Brian basically asked what their plans are for GTA 6 Online. He wanted to know, I think, the price of the game. And he also wanted to know when their marketing would start. Those are basically the 3 questions that Brian asked. And they just skirted around all of them. So, yeah, definitely wasn't ideal, in my opinion. But yeah, either way, guys, hey, I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all stay safe. I hope we all get trailer 3 soon. We knew that the earnings call was probably going to be a little whack. It's just the way it goes, man. But just know, as soon as that trailer 3 drops, we are going live. If you see trailer 3 dropping, come to the stream. We are going to be dissecting that shit. I promise you. The second that shit goes live, I will be live. I want to be live while it launches. I feel like that'd be really cool. But yeah, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But that's how it's going to go. I hope you all enjoyed. And whenever the next video is out, that's when I'll see you guys next if I'm not streaming. So peace out. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace.